And good afternoon. A gloomy day here on a rainy day here on this Wednesday. But what's new here for Ohio baseball and tournament play? But we are going to have district semifinal baseball from West Holmes in Division 4. The West Holmes Knights a record of 13-10, winners of 2 games in a row. And they're playing host to Minerva, a record of 9-15 for the right to move on to Friday's district championship game. Stay tuned. I'll be speaking with West Holmes head baseball coach Wyatt Miller on the pregame show on WKLM.
Whether you're exploring faith for the first time or looking for a place to call home, Northside Church invites you to be a part of their growing community. Join them for services Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m., where you'll find inspiring messages and a welcoming atmosphere for all ages. And for 6th to 12th graders, Northside Student Ministry meets Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. Visit them at 1207 Worcester Road, just north of Joel Pomeranian Hospital in Millersburg. They can't wait to meet you at Northside Church.
At Mack Oilfield Service, they offer specialized trucking, water hauling, dirt work, and general oil field service in New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. They have the equipment and manpower to tackle any task handed to them. The future lies in the hands of our youth, and Mack Oilfield Service is proud to support them. Call Mack Oilfield Service for all your oil field needs at 330-674-7371. That's 330-674-7371.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Get these sizzling Memorial Day deals all this week at Roadie's IGA. Hi, this is Scott Roadie. We have Ballpark Meat Franks, $1.98. Johnsonville Bratwurst for $4.98. Oscar Mayer Meat Franks, $3.98. Sugardale Hot Dogs, $1.48. 2-pound Snow Floss Kraut, $2.48. Custard Stand Hot Dog Chili, $4.98. Hamburger Hot Dog Buns, 2 for $5. Bush's Baked Beans, 2 for $5. Kraft Shredded Cheese, 2 for $5. Plus download your digital coupon for crazy low price on select items Thursday through Sunday at Roadie's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg.
Time is ticking and your dream home is waiting. This is Ben Hirschberger at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that buying a home can be overwhelming, but with CSB, it's easier than ever. We offer a range of options. Whether you're looking to buy, build, refinance, or improve your home, our mortgage lenders will guide you every step of the way. Visit our website at csb1.com to apply online today and turn your dream into a reality. The Commercial and Savings Bank, where homeownership begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Pomeranian Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomeranian brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomeranian provider nearby. Visit PomeranianHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomeranian Hospital, caring for our community's health.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Holmes sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
Inside the Dugout is being brought to you on WKLM by Home Siding Contractors.
Alongside West Holmes head baseball coach Wyatt Miller, of course, that 6-1 win over Indian Valley to move on to this district semifinal game. Of course, Manny Camacho, another outstanding performance, 13 strikeout, 2-hit performance. And with those crazy numbers, it's hard to say maybe you expect that, but at this point, we kind of expect that from him, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He's been doing it all year. He's just been going out and being dominant. Obviously, this second half of the year, he's really just turned it on and kind of came into his own and just went out there with the attitude that I'm going to dominate you and I'm going to do what it takes to get the win.
And certainly guys at this time of year have to step up and get some key hits also. Morgan Smith, a couple of hits there, a couple of RBIs was also big in that game.
Yeah, absolutely. That middle of the lineup's really got to step up and got to come alive. And obviously the bottom half has to do the same. And we've slowly got into that role again. Those guys are starting to come alive. They're starting to put the bat on the ball, be a little bit more aggressive. That's what we've preached all week and actually all year, is that's got to be our approach. And if we do that today, it should come out on our end.
You're able to get a regular season game on Saturday. Key to get that in just to kind of keep guys sharp, right, for that next tournament game?
Yeah, when you're in tournaments, sometimes you might have to sit a week, so obviously that game against Ridgewood was big to be able to go down there, get some arms, some work, get some defensive work, and then obviously at the plate too, just get some at-bats, see some different arms, and kind of get back into that routine and stay in the routine.
On your home field, and obviously I know it was kind of the mindset from the beginning, right here to get that first tournament win and get back on your home field.
For sure. We jumped on Indian Valley for a reason. We thought that was a beatable team, obviously being the 3 seed. That was a big, bold jump, but we went down there, handled business, and now we get to play a game at home here before hopefully we kind of start this roll of what we're trying to do the rest of the year. So having a home game, a tournament home game is huge. These guys have earned it. They've worked their butts off since some of them November, December. So, this is kind of the day to enjoy it. Last game at home for a lot of them. So, just go out and enjoy it and play our game.
What do you know about this Minerva team?
Don't know a whole lot about them. We were supposed to play them earlier this year. I know they were kind of bouncing around that 500 mark most of the year, but I'm sure they're going to come out. In the tournament, you have to expect the best every single outing, so that's what we expect out of them. We expect nothing different than what we expected in Indian Valley. They're going to come out, play hard baseball, and they're going to want to win the game. So we got to go back and go out there and challenge them. That's the biggest thing that we have to do today.
Morgan Smith on the mound today, and he's also had a terrific spring as well on the mound.
Yeah, Morgan's another guy that, in the beginning of the year struggled a little bit, but slowly found himself throughout the year and ended up here at the end of the year throwing some big games for us. And I would say this one's probably his biggest. This is his biggest opportunity to step up for the team, get that win and continue this tournament role. And I think he's ready for it. He's been excited about it all week, been talking about it, been jacked up in practice. And, I'm looking forward to seeing what he does today.
You do have the weather elements. Everybody has to deal with them. And how much does that come into play and just which team deals with that the best in a game like this?
Got to be tougher than the team across from you. That's the biggest thing on days like today. When it's raining, when it's cold, when it's crappy, that's one thing that we can get used to in the state of Ohio playing baseball when we do. But we got to be tougher than the team across from us. And, that's something that we've preached. We were out here yesterday in the rain on our field. That's the advantage that we have. We're used to this field. We're used to the conditions. So, we just have to be tougher than the team across from us. If we do that, I think we'll be all right.
Well, thanks for your time and good luck today.
Appreciate it, Matt.
That's the West Holmes Knights head baseball coach, Wyatt Miller.
Inside the Dugout has been brought to you on WKLM by Home Siding Contractors.
Looking to upgrade the exterior of your home? Siding is indeed the best bang for your dollar. Hi, I'm Nevin Mast with Home Siding Contractors. We have the best siding on the market today, and the low maintenance aspect of our siding is what our customers enjoy the most. Provia siding fits that bill exactly. No frequent painting or staining with wood siding. No routine sealing like stucco. Provia siding lasts. Check out all we have to offer at our new and improved showroom east of Millersburg, and let our experienced sales team show you how affordable our products can be.
Ready to hit the road toward a high-demand career? Buckeye Career Center is proud to participate in the Ohio Commercial Truck Driver Student Aid Program. This state-funded initiative helps cover the cost of your CDL training through grants and loans offered by the state of Ohio. Don't miss this opportunity to start a rewarding career. Call Buckeye Career Center's Adult Education Department at 330-339-2288 today to learn more or to apply for the program. You can also visit buckeyecareercenter.org for more information.
Transform your home with the timeless beauty of cedar without the hassle. An MRV Siding Supply with maintenance-free sham-clad shiplap siding. The perfect blend of style and durability. Whether it's for porch ceilings, siding, or shutters, their sham-clad shiplap siding offers the latest designs that everyone is talking about. No staining, no sealing, just stunning, hassle-free elegance. Get the look of cedar and elevate your home with sham-clad shiplap siding today. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
The secret's out. Thread and Ink in Holmesville is open to take care of your custom apparel, embroidery, and screen printing needs. They offer a storefront with apparel for West Holmes, Highland, and surrounding schools. Whether it's school spirit wear, professional business attire, accessories, or unique custom designs, they deliver excellence in every product. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 5. Thread and Ink is located at 8210 County Road 245 in Holmesville. Or call Justine at 330-279-9222. That's Thread and Ink, custom embroidery and screen printing in Holmesville.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of two great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
This is Emily Sheely of Berga Insurance. Farm ownership is a huge investment. Protect your investment with the right insurance policy. I proudly represent Buckeye Insurance Group, a company that has been insuring farms since 1879. Together we can make sure you have coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Berga Insurance working together to protect you.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local hometown independent pharmacy.
Taking on Minerva in this district semifinal baseball contest in Division 4. West Holmes comes in with that record of 13-10 overall. They won 2 in a row. Of course, had that tournament win last week in the sectional final over Indian Valley. Got a win also in the regular season game. They added on Saturday, and a road win over Ridgewood 4-0 in that game there. Minerva comes in with their record of 9-15 overall in the season for them, entering this contest for today. Those two teams were supposed to play each other earlier this year, as White Miller mentioned, but it got canceled, so they were not able to face each other, so they will face each other for the first time in this tournament game for this afternoon. Of course, West Holmes out of the OCC, where Worcester captured the outright conference title at 11-1. New Philadelphia finished up in second place in the OCC, 9-3, while West Holmes shared the third spot at 7-5 with Lexington this year in Ohio Cardinal Conference play. As far as the Division 4 East District is concerned in this tournament, West Holmes, of course, the 4 seed, they down the 3 seed Indian Valley 6-1 to capture the sectional title behind the arm of Manny Camacho. Of course, also Camacho had the home run in the game as well. So getting it done for West Holmes to propel them into the district semifinals. Minerva, the 7 seed, they shut out the 3 seed Beaver Local 8-0. So the 7 seed Minerva against the 4 seed West Holmes in this district semifinal game at West Holmes. Other side of the bracket had the number 10 seed Cambridge down the 14 seed East Liverpool 16-3 in 5 innings to get into their district semifinal matchup. They're playing tonight at number 2 seed Carrollton. So winner of that Carrollton-Cambridge game will play the winner of the West Holmes-Minerva game in the district championship game. That'll be this Friday at 5 o'clock, and that'll be at a neutral site. Reminder also, we are video live streaming the Division 6 District Semifinal Baseball game between Newcomerstown and Highland at Lehman Field. That's also again on YouTube and stream too on WKLM-FM.com. Also going on tonight, we have on YouTube is the Division 6 District Semifinal game with Garaway at Toronto. Again, that's going on as we speak as well for their pregame show on YouTube. And also being video live stream tonight is Division 6 Regional Semifinal Softball from Harrison Central. Garaway against Ridgewood. That's also again being video live streamed on the WKLM YouTube page. We'll take a break, come back with more after this on WKLM. Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Taking on a large exterior home project is no small task. When you're looking for the best options in roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Provia products are the clear choice. At Provia, quality is engineered into the product, integrity is never compromised, and local craftsmanship delivers a stunning final result that will last for generations. Our experts at Keim Home Center are here to help you explore the possibilities. Visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Spring into summer with Millersburg Electric's Holiday Mega Sale going on now through June 4th. Savings throughout the store, including the top-rated line of Speed Queen laundry products. Plus, get kitchen package savings of over $2,000 from GE Cafe, or rebates up to $3,000 from KitchenAid. Building or remodeling? Package discounts are available, and Millersburg Electric will keep your appliance package in stock until you are ready for delivery. Get 12 months interest-free financing with approved credit during the Spring into Summer event at Millersburg Electric on State Route 83 or 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com, celebrating 80 years of business.
Other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
At Millersburg Tire Service, we've been serving and supporting the farming community since 1953. We have over 200 years of combined ag experience to get you the right tires at the right price. Our inventory includes over 1,500 large farm tires and most tires for your implement and commercial needs. With rising prices and market uncertainty, you have the opportunity to take advantage of some of the best deals of the year right now. You can get up to $300 off select Firestone radials until May 31st. Come see us on State Route 39 east of Millersburg or give us a call at 674-1085.
Viker Sand and Gravel Incorporated has been serving the central Ohio areas of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They're a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Looking to upgrade the exterior of your home? Siding is indeed the best bang for your dollar. Hi, I'm Nevin Mast with Home Siding Contractors. We have the best siding on the market today, and the low maintenance aspect of our siding is what our customers enjoy the most. Provia siding fits that bill exactly. No frequent painting or staining with wood siding. No routine sealing like stucco. Provia siding lasts. Check out all we have to offer at our new and improved showroom east of Millersburg, and let our experienced sales team show you how affordable our products can be.
And today's national anthem has been brought to you by the Holmes County Veteran Services in Millersburg. We'll take a break, come back with the starting lineups after this on WKLM.
Whether you're exploring faith for the first time or looking for a place to call home, Northside Church invites you to be a part of their growing community. Join them for services Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m., where you'll find inspiring messages and a welcoming atmosphere for all ages. And for 6th to 12th graders, Northside Student Ministry meets Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. Visit them at 1207 Worcester Road, just north of Joel Pomeranian Hospital in Millersburg. They can't wait to meet you at Northside Church.
Today's starting line is brought to you by Holmes Wayne Electric Cooperative, celebrating the generous member owners of Holmes Wayne Electric who have donated to the Operation Round the Foundation. Since 2006, over $1 million has been distributed back into the local community for those in need. Starting today for the visiting Minerva Lions, and leading things off will be senior center fielder Julian Dunbar. Batting second is sophomore third baseman Devin Driggers. Batting third is a sophomore shortstop Brendan Barnes. In the cleanup spot, that's junior pitcher Braden Wood. Now batting fifth is sophomore first baseman Caden Candle. And batting sixth is sophomore left fielder Lane Tarbert. Batting eighth is sophomore catcher Jason Sivey. In the eighth slot, sophomore DH Maverick Burchett. He'll be DHing for the starting right fielder. That is freshman Colton Almasi. Batting ninth is junior second baseman Owen Frazier. Minerva, the 7th seed, a record of 9-15, coached by Troy Richardson. For the home team, the West Holmes Knights, leading things off, junior shortstop Brock Gallion. Batting second is the senior center fielder Logan Zollers. In the third slot for the Knights, that's senior pitcher Morgan Smith. In a cleanup spot for West Holmes, that's junior first baseman Manny Camacho. While batting fifth is senior catcher Jefferson Yoder. In the sixth slot, that's junior third baseman Cooper Booth. While batting seventh is sophomore second baseman Chris Williams. Batting eighth is junior left fielder Colston Tenney. And in the ninth slot, that's sophomore right fielder Nate Sprang. West Holmes, the 4 seed, a record of 13-10. They've won 2 in a row. They're coached by Wyatt Miller. And the starting line is brought to you by Holmes Wayne Electric Cooperative. They're a proud member of our community and supporting our youth and future leaders. Holmes Wayne Electric distributes $20,200 in scholarships annually to 10 local high school seniors. Additionally, they recognize local 6th through 8th graders, power students, for their excellent scholastic effort. Matt Croy alongside Bill Pim for the broadcast today. Glad to have you with us on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. And it's Phoenix Price back in the studio. We're also video live streaming today's contest on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of the Claxon communication team of Sheldon Stotts, as well as Owen Garabrandt. You can go to YouTube and search WKLM Radio to find the live stream coverage for today's game. The first pitch brought to you by MRV Siding Supply. Find them on the web at mrvsiding.com or call 800-524-7436. Here's the first pitch by Morgan Smith, a curveball that's going to be on the outside corner for a cold strike. The visitors, of course, Minerva at the plate first. Julian Dunbar bats from the right side wearing number 33, the senior center fielder, leading things off. Here's the 0-1. That'll be a slider outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Julian Dunbar, batting .293 on the season. And Dunbar also has 12 runs batted in. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. 2-1 the count. Of course, gloomy day. Rainy throughout the day, and it's just a part of the Ohio weather, and dealing with the weather conditions has been really the thing teams have had to deal with, Bill, throughout the tournament week this week so far.
Well, unless it's a flood, you can pretty much play here at West Holmes Field. So, and I know Coach Miller, he'll play anytime he can. He figures he has the advantage because they want to be out there and you don't.
Absolutely. Big part of it. That's outside for a ball. 3-1 count to Dunbar. And the pitch. Fastball catches the outside corner. That's a cold strike. Full count now to Julian Dunbar.
Generous call by the umpire there in that 3-1 pitch. You certainly don't want to walk the leadoff hitter.
See what happens here on the full count. Smith, the payoff. Going to be swung on, bouncer up the middle. Off the leg of Smith. Ricochets to third. Picked up by Booth. He can't make a throw on it. So it'll be an infield single on the ricochet off the leg of Morgan Smith for Julian Dunbar. Just a hard-hit ground ball. And Camacho going out to have a little quick discussion with his teammate and allow Smith to kind of walk it off. We know how tough that kid is, though, from the football field. So I think he'll be able to tough it out, and he'll go right back onto that rubber.
You read my mind on that. That didn't even faze that kid. The hits he took in football.
Yep, absolutely. So runner on and nobody out for Minerva. Top of the first inning, Division 4 district semifinal baseball from West Holmes. Here's Devin Driggers batting from the right side, wearing number 7, sophomore third baseman. Batting 156 and has 4 runs batted in on the season. Go to first base and sliding back safely to the bag is Dunbar. Driggers is followed by Brennan Barnes, Braden Wood, Caden Candle, Lane Tarbert, Jason Sivvy, Maverick Burchett, and then Owen Frazier rounds out the Minerva lineup. And the pitch. Going to drop on the inside corner for a cold strike, 0-1 count to Driggers.
Punting situation here. I might add that Cooper Booth is at third base. I don't know that he's ever played third base in his life, but due to necessity here, they had to do some moving around with some of the players. You don't usually see a left-handed third baseman. There's no reason you can't.
Here is the pitch. Curveball swing and a miss for strike 2, 0-2 count. I know the last couple regular season games or so, he was able to get some time there just to kind of get used to it, but no question, certainly a change in that defensive infield. As Smith now with the pitch. Slider away, swing and a miss. Strike 3, got him to chase it, and 1 out on the strikeout thrown by Morgan Smith. Nasty break there. Now Brennan Barnes at the plate, bats for the right side, wearing number 5, the sophomore shortstop. Barnes batting .344. He does have 7 runs batted in.
That was a tough at bat for Devin Driggers there. You know, you would think you want to move the runner to second base if you can.
Now the pitch. Another slider outside, goes off the mitt of catcher Jefferson Yoder. That'll be a pass ball, and that's going to allow Dunbar to advance over to second base. And a 1-0 count to Brendan Barnes. For West Holmes, at first base, Manny Camacho. At second, Chris Williams. Brock Allen in the shortstop. Cooper Booth, as we mentioned, is at third. Colston Tenney's in left. Logan Zollers in center. The right fielder, Nate Sprang, catching Jefferson Yoder. As I mentioned on the mound, senior right-hander Morgan Smith. And the pitch. Fastball going to be in there for a strike, and we saw Smith toss that ball to the dugout to get a new one, and that's to keep him active, the catcher's active, the umpire active, and also the coaches active, trying to find dry balls throughout the course of the night.
Well, you assign that to a player. It's your job today to dry the balls.
The pitch can be down low for ball, 2-1 count.
You want to point out that this kid's a sophomore, but as you look down through, they're all sophomores, really. But we'll say 6 sophomores and 1 freshman. I don't know, the 10 batters or 10 players in the lineup.
Very young Minerva team. Here is the pitch. Going to be inside for a ball, and a 3-1 count to Barnes.
2 juniors and 1 senior. The senior's on second base right now.
Dunbar leads off at second, 1 away. Smith again fighting from behind on the count. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a high chopper toward third. Booth charges after it, gloves it, throws to first base, going to be in time for the out. Good job by Booth to get that throw off on the move. That's the second out that does advance Dunbar to third base.
We just talked about that. A little bit awkward on a throw on the move from a left-hander, but he made the throw.
Number 24.
He got it done, and now Braden Wood at the plate, bats from the right side, wearing number 24, the junior pitcher. He's batting .304. He does also have 12 runs batted in. RBI opportunity right here. Smith now the pitch. Slider away, goes outside for ball 1.
This kid certainly passes the sight test. Big kid, tall, lanky, pitcher. Looks like a cleanup hitter.
Good hitter, and also been good on the mound as well this season. Here is the pitch. It's going to be a popped up towards shallow center field. Could be trouble charging after, going to be in there for a base hit. Bounced in front of Logan Zollers going after it. And that'll knock in Dunbar from third. Minerva takes a 1-0 lead on the bloop single, and RBI to center field by Wood. We mentioned he's got the size there, so not naturally going to play him deep a little bit in the outfield, but he drops it in there.
Well, watching the game from up here, I thought your center fielder was playing too deep. He's still too deep. If he's playing where he should be, that's probably caught.
13th RBI of the season for Wood. Here's Caden Candle. Candle batting from the right side, wearing number 10, the sophomore first baseman. Batting .164 and 11 runs batted in. The pitch swung on, be a chopper toward short. Glove by Gallion over the second base for the force, and then he'll do it here for the inning. Minerva does get on top early, though, with 1 run in the first. They get 2 hits and no errors and a runner left. Through a half inning, Minerva 1, West Holmes nothing. This is district semifinal baseball on WKLM. MEB Systems, the area's flat roof specialist. MEB Systems also offers retrofit solutions for low-slope metal roofs. MEB Systems counts it as a privilege to serve our community and beyond with the highest level of customer service and top-notch workmanship. Let them not only learn your business, but also your trust. When it comes to your roof, trust your local experts who believe if it's a job worth doing, it's worth doing right. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333, or visit them online at mbsystems.com. MBB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
At Mack Oilfield Service, they offer specialized trucking, water hauling, dirt work, and general oil field service in New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. They have the equipment and manpower to tackle any task handed to them. The future lies in the hands of our youth, and Mack Oilfield Service is proud to support them. Call Mack Oilfield Service for all your oil field needs at 330-674-7371. That's 330-674-7371.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent, Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
West Holmes lineup. For Minerva at first base, Caden Candle. The second baseman, Owen Frazier. At short is Brennan Barnes. At third, Devin Driggers. While in left field is Lane Tarbert. The center fielder, Julian Dunbar. And right is Colston Almasy. Catching is Jason Civey, and on the mound and pitching is the junior right-hander Braden Wood. Wood, a record of 2-6 on the mound this season. This will be in his 10th appearance on the mound. He's allowed 23 runs, just 8 earned, 38 hits allowed. He's walked 20, striking out 51 batters, and a 1.17 earned run average. Brock Allen leads things off for the Knights. Bats from the right side wearing number 2, the junior shortstop, batting .293. It has 4 runs batted in. And is it well, especially the second half of the year? In back of that leadoff slot, here's the wind, the pitch by Wood. It's going to be a line on the bouncer towards second, scooped up by Frazier, throws the first in time for the out. Hard hit ball, took a hop just the last second. Good job by Frazier to scoop that ball out, and he made the play.
Call that Olay, I think. Yeah. That was an Olay play.
Stick the glove down there and hope it goes in there.
Absolutely. Got to give the kid credit, though. He made the play.
So 1 away here. 1-0 Minerva, bottom of the first. Here's Logan Zollers.
That's a big out if you're Minerva.
Yes.
We've said all year, Brock Gallion gets on and lead off a game, they're probably going to score.
A pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 count now to Zollers.
And watching the catcher in warm-ups, he had trouble getting the ball down to second, so you can run on this catcher.
No doubt.
Unless he's deking you.
Yeah.
Seen that before, you know.
Yeah.
Can't get it down there, my arm hurts, and then he throws BB
the BB down there.
Yep.
As you mentioned with Galligan's speed, he can beat those out too. That's high for a ball. 2-0 count to Zollers. Here's the 2-0 pitch. In the dirt, bounces in there, ball 3. Zollers batting from the right side, wearing number 4. The senior center fielder, batting .254, has 11 runs batted in. Matt Croy alongside Bill Pym for the broadcast. In Division 4, district semifinal baseball from West Holmes. Now the pitch. Fastball in there for a cold strike. 3-1 count, Logan Zollers. Who also has good speed if he can get on board there. And the pitch. Going to be a cold strike on the outside corner. Calling outside part of the plate tonight, 3-2 count.
You took the words out of my mouth. That's two batters that he's called today. They're 3-1 pitches. It was pretty far out there.
Here's the payoff. Curveball going to be a called strike 3 on the outside corner. He went there with the curve, and he got him. And now 2 away in this first inning.
Don't too often see a curveball in a full count in the first inning.
No. 2 down, nobody aboard for the Knights. Here's Morgan Smith. Bats from the right side, wearing number 12. The senior pitcher, batting .213, has 10 runs batted in. Wood working quickly, the pitch. Fastball a bit high, and makes it ball 1. And tonight's player of the game presented by Buckeye Deli in the patio. Here's the line on the 1-0. So want to be fouled away. And a 1-1 count, where great food meets great times, from delicious pizza and bar snacks to milkshakes and other beverages. That's Buckeye Deli in the Patio in Nashville. 1 ball, 1 strike to Smith, the pitch. Curveball going to be a bit inside that time. It's ball 2. Nice looking for a base runner here in this bottom of the first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Threw the fastball by him, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Smith. And the pitch. Curveball going to be a bit high. And inside part of the play didn't miss by much, but it's ball 3, full count to Smith.
Shortstop and second baseman really playing up the middle. I don't know if they scouted West Holmes, but that's really unusual how you're seeing them play.
Yeah. Pitch will going to be fouled back on the 3-2 pitch. He'll stay alive.
You got a huge gap between third and short. You got a huge gap between second and first.
See if he can find it.
Yeah, maybe they know something we don't know.
Mm-hmm. Smith settles into the batter's box. And the payoff again. Going to be outside. Ball 4. Didn't chase that slider away. And now West Holmes gets a base runner aboard with 2 down. And that will send the cleanup man, Manny Camacho, to the plate. Camacho bats for the left side, of course, wearing number 20, the junior first baseman, batting .384. He does have a homer and 22 runs batted in.
You hate to steal your pitcher with 2 outs because then you got to come back on the mound. But you also think if you do steal him, they could put Camacho on.
Of course, Smith has the speed. Here's the pitch. Curveball swung on. Actually, he checked his swing, hit the home plate, bounces to the backstop. Smith thought about going to the third, but he'll go to second base as catcher Jason Sivvy found it just in time. But that wild pitch allows Smith to get the second. And I believe that called that a ball, right?
Yes.
So 1-0 count.
The pitcher wanted a check swing there, and
yeah.
They appealed it, and they said he didn't. It was a weird-looking play.
It took a real high bounce.
Calling that a wild pitch, aren't we?
Yep. So runner at second with 2 down. RBI opportunity for Camacho. The pitch. Fastball outside. Makes it ball 2.
And we've said 1,000 times this year, you put this stud on right here. You don't pitch to him if you're Minerva, but they do.
Yep.
Nobody listens to me.
The pitch. Going to be a fastball on the outside corner. A strike. 2-1 count to Camacho.
Especially in a 2-0 count.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in pitching to him now. If he had a home run last game.
Right. Well, we're glad they're not listening, right? Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased after that one. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strike to Manny Camacho.
That's a really bad swing there. At 2-1, you're ahead. Make him throw you a strike.
I think Camacho knew that as he stepped out of the batter's box, saying, why did I swing at that? And he'll step back in, hoping to get something better to look at. And the pitch. Curveball swung and fouled straight back. Stayed alive at 2-2. Winner moves on to take on either the 2-seed Carrollton or the 10-seed Cambridge. That'll be in the district championship game this Friday. And that'll be at a neutral site at 5 o'clock.
We got a lot of ball to play before that.
Yep, no doubt. Wood the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on the curveball. And strike 3, so that'll be the second K of the inning. And West Holmes, no runs in the bottom of the first, no hits, no errors or runner left, and through 1, Minerva 1. West Holmes nothing. This is District Semifinal Baseball on WKLM.
Get these sizzling Memorial Day deals all this week at Roadie's IGA. Hi, this is Scott Roadie. We have Ballpark Meat Franks, $1.98. Johnsonville Bratwurst for $4.98. Oscar Mayer Meat Franks, $3.98. Sugardale Hot Dogs, $1.48. 2-pound Snow Floss Kraut, $2.48. Custard Stand Hot Dog Chili, $4.98. Hamburger Hot Dog Buns, 2 for $5. Bush's Baked Beans, 2 for $5. Kraft Shredded Cheese, 2 for $5. Plus download your digital coupon for crazy low price on select items Thursday through Sunday at Roadie's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg.
Time is ticking and your dream home is waiting. This is Ben Hirschberger at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that buying a home can be overwhelming, but with CSB, it's easier than ever. We offer a range of options. Whether you're looking to buy, build, refinance, or improve your home, our mortgage lenders will guide you every step of the way. Visit our website at csb1.com to apply online today and turn your dream into a reality. The Commercial and Savings Bank, where homeownership begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health. Top of the second inning, 1-0 lead for Minerva. At the plate for the Lions is going to be the 6, 7, and 8 batters. Lane Tarbert followed by Jason Sivvy, and then Maverick Burchett. And Smith, of course, on the mound. Now the pitch. Going to be a slider outside, ball 1. Tarbert bats from the right side, wearing number 34, the sophomore left fielder, batting .213 on the season. He does have 8 runs batted in. Smith, now the pitch. Fastball a bit high, ball 2. 2-0 count. Smith been working behind on the count to a lot of batters early on, trying to find that strike zone here in the top of the second inning.
A lot of pitches outside.
Comes to a set here and the pitch. He'll find the strike zone there on the fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Lane Tarbert. 1 run on a pair of hits in that first inning for Minerva. Smith working for that stretch possession. Here's the pitch. It's going to be fouled straight back and goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Lane Tarbert. Smith throwing 17 pitches in that first. And the pitch. Curveball going to be swung on, popped up. High in the air toward short. Gallion has a beat on it. Underneath, he'll make the grab, and there's now 1 away.
That was a nice curveball. He started it at the batter, and it broke over the middle of the plate, as opposed to he's been starting it at the middle of the plate. It's ended up outside, so nice adjustment there by Morgan.
1 up and 1 down as a result. Here's Jason Sivvy. Bats from the right side, wearing number 12, the sophomore catcher. Smith, now the pitch. Fastball, that goes high for a ball. As for Sivvy, batting .154 and has 7 runs batted in. Top half of the second, 1-0 Minerva. Now the pitch. That's going to catch the outside corner there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sivvy.
If Coach Woods determines that he can throw that curveball for a strike, you'll see that all game long.
He's got a good one. Here's the pitch. And a curveball in there for a strike. Right on cue. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sivvy.
Right on cue. You might as well throw 1 more right here, too.
Why not? Smith. See if he'll pull the string again. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled to the backstop. Looked like more of a slider that time. Either way, got him to foul it away. Stays at 1-2. You can drop that little different arm angle there that time with that pitch. A little different look at it. And here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, blew it by him with the fastball that time, went high and inside, and strike 3. That is going to be the second strikeout thrown of the game by Smith. And looking to have a try much quicker inning here in inning number 2. He'll face Maverick Burchett now, who bats from the right side, wearing number 27. He's the sophomore DH. Batting .208 on the season and has 1 RBI. Here is the pitch. Curveball hangs up there that time. A bit high for ball 1. And the pitch. It's going to be a liner toward right field. Going to be in there for a base hit. Here's the throw to first base. A close play. Going to be not in time, it looks like. He just does beat the throw. Good job, though, and right by Nate Spring, who got the ball quickly off the bounce. Made the throw to first. Almost had a chance to throw him out in Burchett at first base, but he just barely got there in time. So it'll be a base hit to right as it turns out. Now Owen Frazier will be at the plate.
Well, that's 2 balls now that have been falling in front of our outfielders. Time to move in. I would move in on this guy too. Bottom of the order, shorter, not real well built. I don't know that this kid's going to drive the ball in a gap. So, the center fielder's too deep right now.
In positioning makes a difference in this place.
It's everything.
Yes.
It really is. The game would be 0-0.
First pitch, a strike on the outside corner of the pitch. It's going to be a grounder toward second. Charging after going to be Williams. Still glove it, throws to first base there in time for the out. That'll do it for the inning. Minerva had no runs, 1 hit, and no errors or runner left in through 1.5. Minerva 1 and West Holmes nothing. This is District Semifinal Baseball on WKLM.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Holmes sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit waynedoor.com for a free quote today.
Ready to hit the road toward a high-demand career? Buckeye Career Center is proud to participate in the Ohio Commercial Truck Driver Student Aid Program. This state-funded initiative helps cover the cost of your CDL training through grants and loans offered by the state of Ohio. Don't miss this opportunity to start a rewarding career. Call Buckeye Career Center's Adult Education Department at 330-339-2288 today to learn more or to apply for the program. You can also visit buckeyecareercenter.org for more information.
Bottom half of the first inning, 1-0 Minerva lead, and now to the plate for the Knights is going to be the 5, 6, and 7 batters. Jefferson Yoder, followed by Cooper Booth, and then Chris Williams. Yoder bats for the right side, wearing number 5, the senior catcher, batting 180, and has 9 runs batted in. The pitch. Fastball going to be in there for a cold strike. It's an 0-1 count to Jefferson Yoder.
If you're West Holmes, you got to start asserting your dominance. You went on that bracket for a reason, so that you'd be playing this team in the districts.
Here's the 0-1. Going to be down low, ball 1.
And we've seen it 1,000 times in baseball and tournaments. You let a team hang around, 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, and funny things happen in the game. That's why in the second inning you got to take charge.
Here's the wind of the 1-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 2-1 count. Yeah, which team is going to take control of the game, right?
Right.
And so big here in single elimination play.
I know West Holmes thinks they're the better team. Well, you have to show that you're the better team.
That pitch going to be on the outside corner for a cold strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I know that's stuff you're preaching as a coach in that dugout, right?
Absolutely. Put about a 5 spot on here in the second inning.
Here is the pitch. Curveball going to be a cold strike on the outside corner. And freezes him there at the plate. 3rd strikeout thrown by Wood so far in the game.
Did he swing at all?
I don't think he did.
No.
And now Wood has struck out 3 of the last 4 batters he has faced. Here's Cooper Booth, bats for the left side, wearing number 3, the junior third baseman, batting 188, has 10 runs batted in. The pitch. It's going to be a high fly ball. Meeting deep right, going after the ball, and making the catch. That's going to be Colston Almasy, and that'll be out number 2.
See, I can hear the fans to my left from Minerva. They're starting to get,
Sure.
a little bit loud and getting excited. And you start, thinking, hey, we can win this game. Long trip down here, but we can win. And you got to, if you're West Holmes, you got to put them silenced right now.
Put that doubt in their minds. Right now, not doing that. Chris Williams, see what he can do as he stands in from the right side. Here is the one line of the pitch. Fastball a bit high for a ball. Williams, wearing number 8, the sophomore second baseman, batting 2 hits, 21 at-bats on the spring, has a pair of RBIs this spring. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll be a bit high, apparently, ball 2.
You talk to some of those players in the NFL or the NBA, they love going into visiting arenas, when the crowd's loud and just silencing them.
Yeah.
From the get-go.
That pitch can be high for a ball, 3-0 count.
And you work that to your advantage. Then the home team's like, how come nobody's cheering for us? Well, they're
Right.
not, because you're down 40 points, in the first half. That's just the way you got to use that home crowd to your advantage.
That's in there for a strike. All part of that mentality, whatever mentality you're going to take into that game.
Yep.
3-1 count to Chris Williams.
I was at doing the Triway game with Jake last week, the tournament game. I couldn't believe how loud that crowd was from Triway.
Yeah. High for a ball. That'll get Williams on board. That is the second walkthrough in the game by Wood, but just like last inning, it comes with 2 outs.
Yeah, I hadn't heard a crowd that loud all year. That's when you're 22-4, whatever they are, your crowd tends to be a little louder and more people come too.
And you can't help but get some energy from that from a team standpoint.
Absolutely. I wasn't even playing. I had energy.
Right. Here's Colston Tenney at the plate. Throw to first base and sliding back safely to the bag is Williams. Quick move though by Wood.
Good time to run if you're West Holmes.
Williams does have good speed over there. The pitch. Swampy foul back. It's an 0-1 count. Tenney batting from the left side wearing number 10. The junior left fielder batting has 3 hits and 35 at-bats, 2 RBIs on the spring for him. Nice looking. Make something happen. Lower half of the order with 2 down in the second inning. Down 1-0. Wood. Now the pitch. In the dirt. Good stop by the catcher, Jason Civey. It's ball 1 now to Colston Tenney. Tonight's player of the game presented by Buckeye Deli in the Patio, where great food meets great times, from delicious pizza and bar snacks to milkshakes and other beverages. That's Buckeye Deli in the Patio in Nashville. Go to first base again. Williams dives back safely to the bag.
I think he throws the ball harder to first than he does to home. Man, he throws the ball hard there.
He does. The pitch. Fastball outside for a ball. And it is a 2-1 count. Rain during the day, but doesn't look like it's coming down right now, so hopefully that'll stay away. Wood. Now the pitch. High for a ball. 3-1 count now to Tenney.
Oh, they're going to get him at first.
So the first base is going to be in time for the out. Got too far out the bag and picked him off of first base, and that'll do it.
Yeah, he thought it was ball 4 and started jogging down.
So that'll do it for the inning. West Holmes, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left in through 2, 1-0 Minerva. This is District Semifinal Baseball on WKLM. Transform your home with the timeless beauty of cedar without the hassle. An MRV Siding Supply with maintenance-free sham-clad shiplap siding. The perfect blend of style and durability. Whether it's for porch ceilings, siding, or shutters, their sham-clad shiplap siding offers the latest designs that everyone is talking about. No staining, no sealing, just stunning, hassle-free elegance. Get the look of cedar and elevate your home with sham-clad shiplap siding today. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Ream Pro partner, and you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Ream and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
The secret's out. Thread and Ink in Holmesville is open to take care of your custom apparel, embroidery, and screen printing needs. They offer a storefront with apparel for West Holmes, Highland, and surrounding schools. Whether it's school spirit wear, professional business attire, accessories, or unique custom designs, they deliver excellence in every product. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 5. Thread and Ink is located at 8210 County Road 245 in Holmesville. Or call Justine at 330-279-9222. That's Thread and Ink, custom embroidery and screen printing in Holmesville.
Home half. It'd be the top half of the third, rather. It's a 1-0 Minerva advantage. That pitch going to be in there for a strike. And it's a 1-1 count to Julian Dunbar here at the top of the order for Minerva. And pitched by Morgan Smith. Can be down low for a ball, 2-1 count. Dunbar followed by Devin Driggers and then Brendan Barnes. Dunbar, he singled and scored in that first inning. The lone run scored so far of the game. Again, top of the third, 1-0 Minerva lead. They're at the plate. And the pitch. Outside for a ball, makes it a 3-1 count. Minerva, 1 run on 3 hits. They left 2 runners on base. Smith has struck out 2. And no walks. He's thrown 34 pitches. Here's the pitch. That's a fastball on the outside part of the plate and a strike 2. Now full count to Dunbar. Dunbar settles in. Smith. Here's the payoff. Going to be Swan chopper down the third base side and bounces foul. It'll stay at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Remember, if you get into a collision, make your first call to Finish Line Auto Body, where they have experts in collision repair, and they'll even help with up to $500 of your insurance deductible. Give Brooks a call, 674-1483.
Dunbar hit the ball off the pitcher's leg last time up for a base hit.
Here's the payoff. Going to be swung on, be fouled off the end of the bat of Dunbar here to stay alive.
And just looking at his swing, that isn't a real strong swing. The center fielder's too deep.
Yeah, playing back there, 3-2 count.
Yeah, and a day like this, the ball's not going to go anywhere anyway. Overcast, dense fog, or just dense rain, whatever.
The pitch going to be a cold strike 3 on the outside corner. Again, he's calling it, and he threw it right there. That's the third strikeout today by Morgan Smith.
You took the words out of my mouth. Man, pretty generous. That's Mike Maddox generous there.
No doubt.
Didn't he live on the outside corner?
He did, Mr. Maddox.
I'm not sure he ever threw a strike. He said he was 3 feet outside all the time.
Here's Devin Driggers. Struck it swinging back in the first. Here's a curveball, loops high that time as he ducks underneath of it, ball 1.
You know, that Braves team had 3 pitchers that made the Hall of Fame, Smoltz, Glavine, and Maddox. Isn't that something?
Yeah, it is something. It was quite a staff.
Bobby Cox, manager.
Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1 count. There was one other guy, too, in there that was pretty good during that stretch, and I can't think of his name right now, but I think he was a lefty. But I certainly remember those 3 guys. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a line foul down the right field line. Goes to 1-2 the count. 2 Driggers.
We got to hear their pitching coach speak at a clinic down in Columbus. Coach Woods, I thought he was going to lose his mind. That was his hero.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah. He wanted to get his autograph. And
the pitch, a swing and a miss and a slider, strike 3. Back-to-back Hayes to begin the inning, Morgan Smith. His 4th of the game. Never hurts to listen to guys like that.
Brendan Barnes. Never forget it. He said you pitchers throw every day off a mound at 70%, not 100%. Every day off a mound to a catcher, 60 feet 6 inches, 70%. Maximum
outside for
effort.
a ball.
Yeah, and we started doing that. Those guys never had sore arms. They threw every day.
I'll be darned.
Maddox, Glavine, all them.
Yeah. 1-0. Curveball going to be a cold strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Is that theory that it builds arm strength type of situation?
Sure. Mm-hmm. Sure. You just don't throw as hard as you can. That's the thing.
The pitch. Curveball going to be inside for a ball, 2-1 count. Plus you get that routine of pitching, right?
But you got
making that throw.
It's always thrown downhill off a mound to a catcher.
Right.
60 feet 6 inches.
That's outside to the backstop, ball 3-1 count.
Your boy's been having some success this year, right, for
Ridgewood? Absolutely. Of course, won their first true tournament game, so they're in the district championship. He's been pitching for them, and they'll play Thursday against Harrison Central over at Conotton Valley. That pitch going to be down low, ball 4.
Harrison Central's a pretty good program.
They are. They beat Edison last night, also a good team.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens on Thursday for sure, but exciting time of year.
Sure.
They had to play their game throughout the rain through the entire night last night. So, again, which team kind of handles that the best, as we already talked about?
Well, their field, Harrison Central's about as nice a stadium as I've ever seen for a high school field.
It is. Yep.
And you said they're playing at Conotton Valley. I believe they turfed all that too, right?
They have turf over there as well.
They got, a pipeline running through there? They got a lot of money or something?
Yes, they did.
Right? Everything's green.
No doubt about it.
I'd never been to Conotton Valley. I never refereed there. I'd never been there.
Pitch fouled away. Yeah, it didn't used to be that way, but when they came into that money there, they made a lot of changes over there. And it's a turf baseball and softball field over there. Actually, Ridgewood played in a regular season game last Saturday there, so got a chance to play over there a game. But, nice complex.
Awesome. Hillsdale in Ashland County got a lot of pipeline money, too. I've been told that they turf their baseball field, and they have another one in supply.
Wow.
When this one wears out, they have one ready to go.
I love that. Down low for a ball, 2-1 count to Wood.
Brand new high school, turf the football field, yeah.
Wow. The pitch. Outside for a ball, 3-1 count. Runner first, there's 2 away.
This is the kid that hit the blooper to center field last time, if you remember.
Breeden Wood. Knocked in the run. Here's the pitch. So want to be fouled back. Full count now to Wood. Smith trying to keep it 1-0 and see if the offense can do something.
I'm surprised Minerva's not running there with 2 outs.
And Barnes, the shortstop, so you got to figure good speed there from him over at first base. Here's the pitch. He's running now. There's a bouncer towards second base, though. Scooped up by Williams, throws to first base. Going to be there in time for the 3rd out. Minerva, no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left in through 2.5. A 1-0 Minerva lead. This is District Semifinal Baseball on WKLM.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors.
This is Emily Sheely of Berga Insurance. Farm ownership is a huge investment. Protect your investment with the right insurance policy. I proudly represent Buckeye Insurance Group, a company that has been insuring farms since 1879. Together we can make sure you have coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Berga Insurance working together to protect you.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local hometown independent pharmacy.
9-1 batters the pitch by Wood, a fastball high, ball 1 to Colston Tenney, who was at the plate to end the second. That's when Williams got picked off at first, so he'll be the leadoff batter here in inning number 3. Here's the pitch. So one be fouled to the backstop, 1-1 count to Tenney, followed by Nate Spring, then the top of the order. West Holmes, no runs and no hits so far. Trying to change that, he left 1 runner on base through 2. Wood has struck out 3, he's walked 2, and has thrown 37 pitches so far.
If I'm Coach Miller right here, I'm thinking, how can I get this kid on base? That changes the whole inning, because then you got your 9 here. You can, steal second, bunt him to third, and you got Gallion up, and you're going to score a run. But
right.
This kid has to get on base somehow. Get hit by a pitch,
whatever,
walk, lay down a bunt. He struggled at the plate this year, so let's do something different to get him on base here. He's sitting 2-1 right now. If he gets on base, I'm telling you, West Holmes can score this inning.
That can change the inning. Here's the wind, the pitch. It's going to be a bounce towards second. Going after going to be Frazier. Gloves it, throws to first base. In time for the out. Instead, the ground out to start things off. There's one away for the Knights. Here's Nate Sprang. Sprang, of course, wearing number 7, the sophomore right fielder, batting 147, has 6 RBIs. He bats for the left side.
Like I say, he gets on, it changes the whole complexion of the inning because your 9-hitter then can move him by bunting him.
Sprang, we know he has good speed if he can put that ball in play somewhere.
If he can get on base and steal a base, that would help too.
Yes.
He can run.
The pitch. Swanby fouled back. 0-1 count now to Nate Sprang. The Kellbuck Savings Bank proudly supporting the local youth, and they hope you'll all knock it out of the park, celebrating 125 years of serving the community. That's the Kellbuck Savings Bank.
Make no mistake that the West Holmes lineup revolves around the top 4 guys.
The pitch, curveball. That's going to be a bit high, ball 1.
It's the job of the guys at the bottom of the order to get on so those guys can do some damage.
Got to bridge that gap.
You don't want Brock Gallion coming up with 2 outs.
Right. Here's the 1-1. That's in the dirt. Ball 2. 2-1 count now to Sprang. So again, the count in his favor, but there's 1 out, nobody aboard in the 3rd inning. 1-0 Lions.
And we've said it before. You got to be as annoying as you can up there. Break his rhythm up. Step out on him.
The pitch. Going to be a cold strike on the outside corner. 2-2 count.
Yeah. Probably not going to be a lot of walks today. The umpire's got a pretty generous strike zone, which is fine. It's both ways.
The wind, the pitch. Going to be in the dirt for a ball. Full count now to Sprang. So opportunity here to get on board.
Yep. It's got to be a strike.
Here's the payoff. Swami fouled back and out of play. Stays full to Sprang. Top of the order up next for the Knights. 1-0 Minerva, so key at bat here in this 3rd inning. Wood, now the pitch. Well, Tapper on the first baseline. Glove by Cannell. Over to first in time. He'll retire Sprang. Didn't get a full cut out of one of his indecisions on the swing and ends up running out to first base.
Might have been ball 4 maybe, huh?
Right, yeah. So a couple of ground outs to start the inning. Now we get to the top of the order, and there are 2 outs with the leadoff batter at the plate. Brock Gallion grounded out the second in his first at bat.
Leadoff hitter, number 2, Brock Gallion.
So again, get that top of the order at the plate now, Bill. As you mentioned, you'd rather do that when there's not a couple of outs already.
Yeah, I'd hate to see Brock get a hit, steal second, and then you don't take advantage of it because there's 2 outs.
Wood, the wind and the pitch, curveball. That's going to be, and therefore a strike on the inside corner. He'll rock and fire the pitch. So one be popped up first base side, foul territory. It's out of play. Quickly 0-2 now to Gallion. The Knights searching for that base runner here in this 3rd inning. Wood toes the rubber. Here's the pitch. Way high, outside, ball 1. 1-2 the count. Reminder, we're also live streaming the Highland Newcomerstown game tonight, as well as Garaway Toronto, and also the regional semifinal softball game with Garaway taking on Ridgewood over at Harrison Central tonight. Here's the 1-2. Little tapper off the end of the bat as it bounces foul to the backstop. Stays 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Are Highland and Toronto in the same division anymore? Or?
Yes, so if Highland wins and Toronto would beat Garaway, then they would face each other in the district championship.
Oh, boy.
Either way, it's going to be a rival because Highland would, whether they play Garaway or Toronto. You're looking at a tournament rival for Toronto and, of course, a regular season rival with Garaway.
Sure.
Here's the 1-2 again. Fastball way high for a ball. 2-2 the count.
I've heard that Toronto coach speak at the clinic down in Columbus as well. He's old school.
Brian Perkins, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No nonsense with that guy.
Sure. And they've had a lot of success. And
oh, my.
as you mentioned, they've squared off against Highland a lot of times over the years in tournament play.
They had the Player of the Year back-to-back a few years back. One of them went to Ohio State. I mean, how do you get these guys?
Yeah, I remember the guy that Ohio State.
Toronto.
Pitch will not be fouled away. The count stays at 2-2. Yeah, pretty good baseball that way when you think of Toronto. Steubenville, of course, not too far from Toronto. They've had their share of good baseball over the years.
Yeah. Didn't Toronto beat Hillsdale in the state finals? Am I saying that correctly?
I think that's right. Yeah.
A few years ago.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3, and that'll do it for the inning. Fourth strikeout then today by Braden Wood, and it goes 1-2-3 for the Knights in the bottom of the third. Through 3 innings, Minerva 1, West Holmes nothing. This is District Semifinal Baseball on WKLM. Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Taking on a large exterior home project is no small task. When you're looking for the best options in roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Provia products are the clear choice. At Provia, quality is engineered into the product, integrity is never compromised, and local craftsmanship delivers a stunning final result that will last for generations. Our experts at Keim Home Center are here to help you explore the possibilities. Visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Spring into summer with Millersburg Electric's Holiday Mega Sale going on now through June 4th. Savings throughout the store, including the top-rated line of Speed Queen laundry products. Plus, get kitchen package savings of over $2,000 from GE Cafe, or rebates up to $3,000 from KitchenAid. Building or remodeling? Package discounts are available, and Millersburg Electric will keep your appliance package in stock until you are ready for delivery. Get 12 months interest-free financing with approved credit during the Spring into Summer event at Millersburg Electric on State Route 83 or 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com, celebrating 80 years of business.
Top of the fourth inning, 1-0 Minerva. Leadoff batter going to be Caden Candle, and the first pitch swinging lines it between short and third to left field. A base hit for Candle. That'll be the 4th hit today for the Lions. They'll get the leadoff batter aboard.
Hits a breaking ball in the first pitch.
It's on base for a second time today. That's the second time today that Minerva's gotten the leadoff batter aboard. He's the number 5 batter. Number 6 batter, Lane Tarbert, now stands in.
Boy, if you're Minerva, you have to like how this game's going. This is going just the way you want.
Showing Bunnis Tarbert. In the dirt, though, he'll pull it back and goes to the backstop. And that's going to allow that wild pitch will allow Candle to get the second base anyway.
Now you're going to blame the third, I would think. We talked early, you can't let Minerva hang around. West Holmes is right now is hitless, I believe.
And that is what's happening at this point. Tarbert, he popped out the short in his first at bat.
Looked up, it's the 4th inning already.
Yeah. Smith, couple looks at second, and the pitch. And that'll be in there for a strike. Started the show bunt, but pulled it back. 1-1 count now to Tarbert.
I never wonder why guys take that pitch. You're up there to bunt, move, and the ball's right down the middle, and you pull your bat back.
See what he does here. Candle gets that lead at second base. Shows bunt. He'll pull it back again in the dirt, though. That'll be ball 2, 2-1 count.
Keep in mind, West Holmes has a new third baseman, left-hander, that hasn't played in there much.
Booth inches up on the infield grass. Smith. Now the pitch. Shows bunt. There's a bunt high in the air, bounces toward first in the no man's land, and it'll be a bunt single. So not exactly what you would plan from a bunting standpoint up in the air, but it bounces perfectly for Minerva. The perfect spot where nobody could get to it, and everybody's going to be safe. And the Candle goes to third. Tarbert now to first base, nobody out.
Yeah. I guess the second baseman was holding the guy on second. That's why the gap was there, because the shortstop was cheating because we had the wheel play on, covering third. Wow.
Here's Jason Zivy, who struck out in his first at-bat, but runners at the corners, nobody out. Smith, here's the pitch. Hangs up there for a ball, runner going, and no throw made the second, so easy stolen base for Tarbert. And now runners at second and third. Nobody out, 1-0 count to Civic. So Minerva, opportunity here to add on to their 1-0 lead in the fourth inning. Infield is up on the infield grass. In the pitch. Going to be an outside corner cold strike, 1-1 count to Civic.
You're right, the infield is in. You got a second baseman that hasn't played much varsity this year, and you got a third baseman that hasn't played third base. So if you're Minerva, you just want to get the ball on the ground.
Here's the pitch. Chopper down the third base side, it bounces foul. 1-2 the count to Civic. Well, you could use a strikeout right here if you're West Holmes. 1-2 count. Single to Candle, or by Candle, and Lane Tarbert, of course, the bunt single after that. And the pitch. Going to be, didn't get it that time. He's been calling that pitch on the outside corner, but didn't get it there. Wouldn't ring him up. It's a 2-2 count.
He has been calling that all game.
He has, whole game.
More outside than that.
Wow. The pitch. Yeah, that was low, but ball 3. Full count now to Civic. Smith, the payoff. Going to be down low, ball 4. That'll walk him. So from what looked like a strikeout to now ball 4. Second walk through in the game by Smith. Bases are juiced, nobody out. And Maverick Burchett at the plate. He singled back in the second inning. That'll cause Wyatt Miller to trot out to the mound. So see what the Knights decide to do here in this situation.
This is where the Knights have been spoiled all year. Third and second, no outs. Camacho on the mound. You just strike out the next 3, right?
Yeah.
Like you say, he needed a strikeout there.
So for the Knights trying to get themselves out of this jam and obviously trying to keep this at minimal damage, but right now we're already down here and the Knights going to have to try and get through this and knowing they're going to have to get some more offense here the rest of this game. Smith will stay out there.
Well, you're looking at facing 8-9.
Yeah.
So you want to strike out 8-9. That's the mentality you have to have if you're Morgan Smith. I'm going to strike out these two guys and then I'm going to deal with the number 1 hitter.
We'll see what happens here with bases loaded. As you mentioned, number 8 batter Maverick Burchett at the plate. He singled in his last at bat.
Everybody's got red shirts on out there. It's hard to tell which team's which. Maybe that's the problem.
27, Maverick Burchett.
One team has white pants and one team has gray pants. I guess that's the difference.
I suppose so. Now we're ready as play resumes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 1. Good start if you're Smith. Stop in for weekly specials along with a great selection in the deli, meat, and produce departments. For a fresh arrangement of flowers, check out the Posy Pad Flower Shop, and then before you head out, sign up for a Woody's Rewards card at Woody's IGA. Here is the pitch. Outside. Didn't chase after it, ball 1.
Wasn't this the guy hit the bloop to right field and the right fielder almost threw him out at first, right?
Yep, that is the one.
So if you're the right fielder, you got to move in a little bit. Center fielder's got to move in a little bit. I don't think this guy's going to burn you deep.
Here's the pitch. Going to be outside. Ball 2, 2-1 count now to Burchett. Spring is playing fairly shallow out there in right, so prepared for that. Runners get their leads. The pitch. Curveball, that's going to be a nice one on the inside corner. Needed that, 2-2 count.
That's a game changer.
Yes. Yeah.
2-1, and you throw a curveball on the inside corner, and suddenly the game changes complexion.
Yep.
If you walk this guy, then you're like, okay.
Need another one of those.
Yeah.
And the pitch. And he got it. Going to be just a bit high, says the umpire, ball 3.
Well, I don't think that kid's going to hit a curveball. He doesn't want any part of that.
Another full count, though. Here is the payoff. Going to be outside, ball 4, and that's going to walk in a run. 2-0 Minerva. With that walk with bases loaded, as Candle will score. And Tarbert goes to third. The second is Civi. Burchett now at first. Still nobody out. Owen Frazier now at the plate. He grounded out the second in his first at bat.
if you're Coach Miller, you can't really stay with this too long. It's a little different in tournament, you know.
Here's the pitch. And it's going to be my question. You wonder how long you'll be able to stay. Obviously, you don't like to make a change at this point, but maybe to that point, 0-1 count to Frazier. Here is the pitch. High on the check swing, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Of course, my eyes are going out to that big guy standing on first base.
Right.
That left-hander. Give me 1 inning, get me out of the inning.
He's a guy who can get you out of that jam.
He sure can.
The pitch. Curveball going to be in there for a strike. It's ahead of the count here at 1-2.
You say, well, I'm pitching him Friday. Well, there may not be a Friday.
Right.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You better win today.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Big strikeout there. That's the first out of the inning. 5th thrown of the game by Smith, but now we go to the top of the order. And bases, of course, still loaded for Julian Dunbar, who's 1 for 2 with a run scored and also a strikeout today. 2-0 Minerva. And Smith trying to work his way out of this jam.
What if Minerva would squeeze right here and get another run across?
The pitch. It's going to be a chopper there. Glove by Booth. Those to home plate going to be in time for the force out. So they will force out the lead runner, home plate, Lane Tarbett. It's a good play by Booth, and there's now 2 down in the inning.
I believe the catcher scooped that out of the dirt.
Yeah, it was a low pitch, a low throw, I should say, to home. May had a chance maybe to get a turn to first possibly, but at least get the shore out. But good job by Jefferson Yoder to grab that ball.
That's a big out.
5-2 in the fielder's choice. To third base is Civi. The second is Burchett. I should say that pitch going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 count to Devin Driggers.
I heard a wow from the crowd over here on the Minerva side on that pitch.
Driggers has struck out twice today. The pitch. Fastball pops on the outside corner. That's definitely a strike there. 0-2 count to Driggers. And Smith 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam with just a run allowed, which actually would be kind of a win for the Knights. The pitch. So going to be a bouncer at the middle, going to be near second, gloved by Gallion. He'll step on the second base bag. That'll do it for the inning. So Smith will work out of the bases loaded jam, and Minerva does get just a run here in the top of the 4th through 3.5. Minerva does lead the 2-0 now over West Holmes. This is District Semifinal Baseball on WKLM.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
At Millersburg Tire Service, we've been serving and supporting the farming community since 1953. We have over 200 years of combined ag experience to get you the right tires at the right price. Our inventory includes over 1,500 large farm tires and most tires for your implement and commercial needs. With rising prices and market uncertainty, you have the opportunity to take advantage of some of the best deals of the year right now. You can get up to $300 off select Firestone radials until May 31st. Come see us on State Route 39 east of Millersburg or give us a call at 674-1085.
Biker Sand and Gravel Incorporated has been serving the central Ohio areas of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They're a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Now for Minerva, and to the plate for West Holmes, the 2, 3, and 4 batters, Logan Zollers, Morgan Smith, and Manny Camacho at the plate. The Knights, so far, no runs, no hits. They left 1 runner on base. Braden Wood has been outstanding so far for the Lions. He's struck out 4, he's walked a pair, 53 pitches thrown through the 3 innings. Zoller struck out looking in his first at-bat. Matt Croy alongside Bill Pim, and this is the part of the order, Bills, we talked about. They needed to make something happen.
Yeah, Zollers has to get on. And we said last inning, how do you get Cole Centennial on base? Same thing with Zollers. He tends to swing at the first pitch. I'm not sure that's a good idea. You might want to go deep in the count. Let the ball hit you. It's another kid. He's a football player. He's not going to hurt if it hits him.
Here's the wind of the pitch by Wood. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, says the base umpire.
Yeah, that's a bad at bat. You can't go up with that mentality and get full in the first pitch. We just even said you're looking at the first pitch, so then you know you're not going to check swing.
Instead, they check swing in the dirt. That's going to be an 0-1 pitch down low. That time he shakes. It's a ball 1.
We always made a note in the scorebook if a kid missed a curveball, first pitch in the dirt, that's all you're going to see the rest of the game.
Right.
Because you're showing me you can't hit that pitch.
The pitch. It's going to be a bouncer down the first base side. It bounces foul.
And see, that ball's up near his eyes.
Right. So a couple pitches out of the strike zone, chased after.
He should be sitting 3-0. Gets on, now we're going to score somehow.
Got to get base runners
at
this point.
You sure do.
Zollers gets set to step into the batter's box. 2-0 lead for Minerva in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Going to be called strike 3 on the outside corner of the curveball. Strikeout number 5, third of the game by Braden Wood.
He's been called out twice on curveballs, I believe.
Both looking.
Yep.
Now Morgan Smith, he walked in his first at bat. Whether you need tires along with Farm Tires and Service, fully equipped auto service, or semi-truck tires, stop by Millersburg Tire Service off State Route 39 or online at Pitchwan and fouled to the backstop at MillersburgTireService.com. In business for over 72 years. 0-1 count, Morgan Smith. Knight's trying to climb back in this ball game and trying to get the offense going. Searching for that first hit of the game. Here's the pitch. Going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike, and that's of course, the great equalizer here in baseball. That's the one sport you look at, you kind of threw those records out the window a little bit to get this point, because when it comes to pitching, here's the 1-1. Curveball going to be inside for a ball, 2-1 count. You see, well, West Holmes has 13 wins. Minerva has 9 wins, but obviously you get a pitcher there, Braden Woods, pitching well today, and you can kind of throw those records out the window a little bit. Here's the pitch. So why don't be fouled back? 2-2 count. At the same token, West Holmes has faced a lot of good pitching this year, so they should be equipped to handle that, right?
Sure. I know they're looking at making a long tournament run this year. The games are going to be close. They're going to be low scoring, going to be close. They just don't have the offense to put up 9-10 runs a game. They don't. Against good pitchers, I'm talking now.
That's high for a ball, 3-2 count.
From this point on the season, you're going to see good pitchers the whole way. You're not going to see some 5 or 6 pitcher in the lineup.
Right.
So they're all going to be low scoring. I don't know that the Knights can give up any more runs than they have.
Here's the payoff. Going to be in the dirt, bounces to the backstop. So there's a second walk today. Morgan Smith. So Smith's doing his job getting on base, helping his cause. And here's Manny Camacho at the plate.
And once again, you got to say, how can I get that kid on first base all the way around across home plate?
Going to have to be aggressive now. Smith getting good speed over there. Third walk through in the game by Wood. Camacho struck out swinging in his first at bat.
And people like, Camacho, this is where we're counting on you right here in the cleanup hole. That's why you're batting the cleanup hole. You're the guy. Lay off that curveball and hit that fastball.
Then at first base, had him leaning, close playing the throw, but diving back safely just in time, Morgan Smith. You mentioned Heath. Throws him hard over the first base.
He sure does. I don't know how many pitches he's thrown, but he's thrown about 5 more because he's thrown over there.
Yeah.
They don't count those as pitches thrown, though, do they?
They do not. Here's the pitch. Curveball. High for a ball, 1-0 count.
Good job of taking that pitch by Manny.
Yep,
just take that pitch. Get yourself in a fastball count, and then you drive something.
Forcing the groove one.
If he throws your curveball here, take it.
The 1-0. Going to be called strike through to first base, and he'll slide back straight to the bag to Smith, but that was a wide throw by catcher Jason Civic.
I'm not quite sure what that was.
Yeah. 1-1 count to Camacho.
He's lucky that was a bad throw from the catcher.
Yes.
He'd have been out. Could be running right here, I think.
Go to first base, and again, he'll dive back safely to the bag. Wood doing a good job keeping him close to the bag, though. Wood, the pitch. Curveball. Just a bit high. He lays off it again. It's a 2-1 count.
Absolutely. Now you're sitting 2-0 in a fastball count. Great job by Manny taking those 2 pitches.
The pitch. Going to be a line to center field, a base hit. Smith, the second base. He'll hold. And now 2 runners aboard with 1 down.
You want to know why he got a hit there? Because he took the 2 curveballs. Got himself in a 2-0 count fastball. He's going to hit a fastball every time.
Just as you're talking about, no doubt.
Yep.
That's one of those things from an approach standpoint. I mean, why swing at those curveballs, as you said, early in the count, you know? And good approach by Camacho, as you talked about. Here's Jefferson Yoder. He struck out looking.
We didn't let our hitters swing at curveballs until you had a strike on you. And, you know, if you did swing at a curveball for a strike, you got to do some running after practice. So how are we going to get that guy in second across the plate?
And that's the challenge now. First into the game for the Knights, that being Camacho, the pitch. Now can they do something with it? Ball's in the dirt. That's how you do it.
That's exactly
wild pitch through to third base, not in time. Good throw
now we're
by
going.
Sivvy, but wild pitch does allow runners to get the second and third, and golden opportunity for West Holmes now.
We've been waiting all game for this.
And you have to capitalize.
Head first, sliding third. I love it.
Yep.
Now you have to capitalize. Yep.
Jefferson Yoder stands in to wind the pitch by Wood. Well, line to left field, a base hit, a runner will score. Smith at home plate. Camacho to third. And runners at the corners, the RBI single. Jefferson Yoder, his 10th RBI of the year. West Holmes on the board, down 2-1. Still just 1 out in the inning. And still a golden opportunity to tie this ball game up with Camacho at third base. Meeting at the mound here for Minerva. And Cooper Booth will be the one coming to the plate. So for the Knights, they've cashed in so far, but you want to get that other one across the board, too, to tie this game up.
Yeah. I thought they might run for Camacho there when he got to second base and possibly scored on that, but he's not the most fleet of foot for sure.
Discussion is over.
You might even run for him now.
Right.
Pass ball, somebody fast is going to score. I think Manny's going to. But here we go.
Here we go.
Big hit by Jefferson Yoder.
Yeah, they need one from Booth as he'll get set to step in the batter's box. He had the fly out to right in his first at bat.
Swings at the first pitch a lot. Got to make sure it's in the strike zone.
Wood, the pitch. Well, popped up high in the air towards center field. And they'll make the catch, tagging from third, coming toward home is Camacho. That throw way offline, and he'll slide in safely. And Camacho, enough speed to get that across home plate, just enough, and it'll be a sac fly and RBI for Booth. We're tied up at 2 apiece.
I was thinking the whole time, boy, I wish there was a pinch runner in there.
I was thinking what you were talking about, yes.
Yeah, that was pretty darn close.
Yep. Well, he got it, and there's now 2 outs, but most importantly, the Knights have scored 2 runs. We're tied up at 2 apiece. So back to square now. And at first base, still Jefferson Yoder. Chris Williams stands in. He walked in his first at bat. The pitch. Going to be down low for a ball. It's the 1-0 count to Williams. Booth, his 11th RBI of the year. Wood. Now the pitch. That's outside. Make it ball 2. 2-0 count now to Williams. Tied at 2 in the bottom of the 4th. It's been a good one tonight over at West Holmes. And the pitch. And the dirt going to be ball 3. 3-0 count. Williams digs his way in there. Yoder leads off at first base. And the pitch. That's on the outside corner for a strike. 3-1 count. Division 4 district semifinal baseball from West Holmes. Winner moves on to Friday's district championship at a neutral site versus either Carrollton or Cambridge at 5 o'clock. The pitch. Going to be on the outside corner again for a strike. Full count to Williams.
That wasn't his pitch. It was on the outside
Right.
corner. We say 3-1, it's your pitch. That was borderline ball there. Runner's going to be going here on this pitch.
The pitch is going to be fouled back. So Yoder will go back to first base. It stays at 3-2.
This kid's had some good at-bats here this year.
Yeah.
He's certainly capable of getting ahead here.
Wood the pitch. Going to be a bit high, ball 4. Wasn't sure if he was ringing him up or not. I was moving his arms, but it's going to be ball 4. So Williams is going to go to first base. Second time he's walked today. They'll keep the inning going. The 4th walk thrown by Wood in the contest.
That's where if you're the batter, you just take off towards first. Don't even give him a chance to ring you up.
Now Wood all of a sudden up to 77 pitches thrown today. Here's Colston Tenney. He rounded out the second in his first at-bat the pitch. Going to be in there for a strike on the fastball, 0-1 count.
There's your go-ahead run on second base with 2 outs.
The pitch. Way outside to the backstop, and runners will advance over to second and third. Hit that brick and kind of just stayed there. Didn't bounce back to him in Civi. So now definitely an opportunity for West Holmes to try and get that go-ahead run. 1-1 count inning.
Yeah, looks like the pitcher's getting a little bit tired. He's out in the strike zone a lot. Not as much velocity.
To throw a lot in this inning. Here's the pitch. That's high. Ball 2, a 2-1 count.
This is the kind of at bat we say when you have that highlight video at the end of the year you show at the banquet.
Yeah.
These are the moments right here. And you get goosebumps. 2-run score.
The pitch. On the outside corner for a strike, 2-2 count. These are the moments you want to be in, right?
You take any team that wins the state championship or goes deep in term, they always look at one game or one at bat or one moment where they could have, had it gone a different way. We aren't where we are. This is one of those moments right here.
That's high and away. Hanging curveball. Full count to 10. Williams at second. Jefferson Yoder's at third base. There's 2 outs. Tied up at 2 in the 4th inning. Knight's at the plate. Here's the pitch by Wood. Down low. That's going to be ball 4. That's going to walk him. Back-to-back walks. The 5th walk thrown of the game. And West Holmes back to bases loaded. And number 9 batter in their lineup, Nate Sprang at the plate. He ran it out to first in his previous at-bat.
Good at-bat by Tenney. And if you're Sprang, you got to look at a strike here. You got to take a strike. Look who's on deck.
Here's the pitch. He does take, and it's a high pitch for ball 1.
And you got to look at this pitch as well.
Tenney at first, Williams at second, Jefferson Yoder's at third base. Tied at 2. Wood, the pitch. That's down low. Make it ball 2. Now the pressure's really on the pitcher.
Yeah. People who haven't been in sports and athletics don't realize the pressure and how it's so much different right now than it would be normally.
No doubt.
It's hard to throw a strike here.
The pitch. And that's high. Ball 3.
Yep.
3-0 count.
Yep.
Yeah, everything changes.
Everything changes, and if you're West Holmes, you're just looking at pitches now. Galleon's got to look at pitches. Zollers has to look at pitches.
The pitch. That's a cold strike on the inside corner. 3-1 count.
You might even take this pitch. Make him go 3-2. That's just me.
See what he does. Here's the pitch. And that'll drop in there. No, going to be ball 4. Ooh, that's why you take it.
Yep.
That looked like it could have been close to the strike, but instead, ball 4, and Spring will take it. And the Knights take the lead. 3 runs in the 4th inning, and West Holmes a 3-2 advantage, and that's 3 consecutive walks.
And this kid has to look at a pitch, too.
6th walk thrown in the game by Wood. Yoder scores. To third base is Williams. To second is Tenney. Now to the top of the order, Brock Galleon. Over 2 at the ground out. To second, also a strikeout. Wood up to now 88 pitches thrown.
Minerva has someone up in the bullpen.
He was at the 53 pitch mark to begin this inning. This is the 9th batter to come to the plate in this inning. They haven't batted around yet, right?
They have not batted around yet.
They haven't done it yet.
Until the 10th guy gets up.
Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Bounces behind him, but not very far. That time he found it, did Civi. And it's a 1-0 count. Everybody stays at their respective bases.
The reason I say keep looking at pitches is because he's not that close to the plate.
Sure.
If they were all borderline, that's one thing. This kid's in the dirt. He's high, wild pitches. You just stand there and look.
Don't help him. The pitch. No swing. It's a grounder towards short. It'll be gloved over the second base for the force. No, doesn't grab it. It's an error and scoring from third base. Williams, 10 around. He'll score as well. Sprang over to third base. He'll hold. The third and second base kind of routine out. They would have scored a run anyway, but then it wasn't grabbed at second base. I think that's an error on the second baseman. And 2 runs will score. 5-2 West Holmes.
That's the break the Knights needed right there. Yeah, they got lucky there. Gallion swung, at 2-0 or whatever it was, and it should have been an out.
Yeah.
They've been out of the inning.
Yeah, because there's 2 outs.
Yeah.
And at the plate going to be Logan Zollers.
No RBI.
Zollers, the one who started the inning. He struck out looking to begin this inning. He'll be at the plate now, but West Holmes all of a sudden 5 spot. In the fourth, up 5-2. The pitch going to be fouled back. And runner was going in Gallion on that pitch. He'll go back to first base. 0-1 count the Zollers.
That was ball 1.
Yeah.
Now they batted around.
Yeah, now they have batted around. Well, the big inning for the Knights has come in the 4th inning. Didn't come as early as you'd like, but you'll take it. Wood. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a curveball, strike 2. 0-2 count the Zollers.
Knights might run some kind of play here first, third, try to get one more run out of this inning. Gallion gets picked off on purpose, gets in a pickle, runner scores from third. We'll see. Something's up.
See what they do here.
Yeah, pay attention. This could be in the highlight video. Or not.
Indeed, he takes off, but it goes in the dirt and goes to the back, close to the backstop, and either way, Gallion's going to go over to second base.
Yeah.
1-2 count. Runners at second and third now.
Now you're not trying to walk anymore. You're trying
Right.
to drive in 2 runs. You can expand your strike zone a little bit if you're Zollers.
The pitch. Outside. Good take there. It's ball 2.
We called him out.
Oh, called him. Got the delayed call, and that'll do it here for the inning. But West Holmes scores 5 times, and now they have a 5-1 lead over 5-2 lead, I should say, over Minerva through 4 innings. 5-2 Knights. This is District Semifinal Baseball, WKLM.
Looking to upgrade the exterior of your home? Siding is indeed the best bang for your dollar. Hi, I'm Nevin Mast with Home Siding Contractors. We have the best siding on the market today, and the low maintenance aspect of our siding is what our customers enjoy the most. Provia Siding fits that bill exactly. No frequent painting or staining with wood siding. No routine sealing like stucco. Provia Siding lasts. Check out all we have to offer at our new and improved showroom east of Millersburg, and let our experienced sales team show you how affordable our products can be.
MEB Systems, the area's flat roof specialist. MEB Systems also offers retrofit solutions for low-slope metal roofs. MEB Systems counts it as a privilege to serve our community and beyond with the highest level of customer service and top-notch workmanship. Let them not only learn your business, but also your trust. When it comes to your roof, trust your local experts who believe if it's a job worth doing, it's worth doing right. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333, or visit them online at mbsystems.com. MBB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
Whether you're exploring faith for the first time or looking for a place to call home, Northside Church invites you to be a part of their growing community. Join them for services Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m., where you'll find inspiring messages and a welcoming atmosphere for all ages. And for 6th to 12th graders, Northside Student Ministry meets Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. Visit them at 1207 Worcester Road, just north of Joel Pomeranian Hospital in Millersburg. They can't wait to meet you at Northside Church.
At Mac Oilfield Service, they offer specialized trucking, water hauling, dirt work, and general oil field service in New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. They have the equipment and manpower to tackle any task handed to them. The future lies in the hands of our youth, and Mac Oilfield Service is proud to support them. Call Mac Oilfield Service for all your oil field needs at 330-674-7371. That's 330-674-7371.
Ball game. West Holmes has a 5-1 advantage over Minerva. And first pitch outside for a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Going to be high pitch for ball 2. 5-2 West Holmes. At the plate, the 3, 4, and 5 batters for Minerva. Brennan Barnes, Braden Wood, and then Keaton Candle. Morgan Smith now the pitch. Fastball high. Ball 3, 3-0 counts. Barnes rounded out the third on his first at bat in the first, and he walked in inning number 3.
If you're Minerva now, you have a little bit different mindset. You're just trying to come back and get a run or two here and cut into the lead.
The pitch. So on be fouled back, goes to 3-1. Minerva with the 2 runs. They've gotten 5 hits. They've left 6 runners on base. Smith has struck out 5. He's walked a pair. And up to 83 pitches thrown.
They're showing 2-2 on the scoreboard out there, so one of those must have been a strike.
Okay, 2-2 instead. Smith, now the pitch. That's outside, make it ball 3, now a full count. Top of the 5th inning. And a 5-2 West Holmes advantage over Minerva. Here's the pitch. So when he fouled away, it stays full. And it's time to be thinking about those concrete projects. Holmes Ready Mix of Millersburg offers ready mix concrete, precast blocks, and a variety of mason and concrete products. Call for prices and delivery options of Ready Mix Concrete, 674-0865, or Sand and Gravel, 674-8121. Time is called. And Barnes will step in there. Smith with the payoff. Swan fouled to the backstop. Good curveball, but he fights it off.
Good hitter up here. Sophomore. Shortstop. Good player.
Came in batting .344 on the season.
You just have to think in 2 years this team's going to be something to reckon with.
Yes. Payoff again. Swamby fouled away. Again fights off a tough pitch.
Yeah. Beautiful swing. That's what hitters look like right there.
8 pitches in this at bat. Time is called.
That's how you be annoying as a hitter right there. Just when he's ready, call timeout. And that's what you got to do when you're down 3.
And he's doing it. Smith down the payoff. Curveball going to be down low. Ball 4. That'll walk the leadoff batter. Barnes to the plate. The third of the game by Smith. Braden Wood at the plate. 1 for 2 with an RBI today and a ground out the second. Up to 88 pitches Smith today. Wyatt Miller now walk out to the mound to see if a change is going to be made here or not, or just going to have a discussion. I believe it will be if they discuss things here at the mound. Again, 5-2 West Holmes in the top of the 5th inning. Winner will face either Carrollton or Cambridge this Friday in the district championship game. It'll be 5 o'clock at a neutral site. And I think they are going to make a pitching change, so we'll go ahead and take this pitching change timeout. We'll be back to you after this on WKLM.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Get these sizzling Memorial Day deals all this week at Roadie's IGA. Hi, this is Scott Roadie. We have ballpark meat franks, $1.98. Johnsonville bratwurst for $4.98. Oscar Mayer meat franks, $3.98. Sugardale hot dogs, $1.48. 2-pound snow floss kraut, $2.48. Custard stand hot dog chili, $4.98. Hamburger hot dog buns, 2 for $5. Bush's baked beans, 2 for $5. Kraft shredded cheese, 2 for $5. Plus download your digital coupon for crazy low price on select items Thursday through Sunday at Roadie's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg.
Time is ticking and your dream home is waiting. This is Ben Hirschberger at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that buying a home can be overwhelming, but with CSB, it's easier than ever. We offer a range of options. Whether you're looking to buy, build, refinance, or improve your home, our mortgage lenders will guide you every step of the way. Visit our website at csb1.com to apply online today and turn your dream into a reality. The Commercial and Savings Bank, where homeownership begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
New pitcher on the mound for the Knights, that's going to be Cooper Booth, the lefty. Will be on the mound for the Knights to take over for Morgan Smith. As for Booth, 2-1 record, a 2.88 ERA, 34 innings pitched on the season, allowing 24 runs, 14 earned, 32 hits, striking out 36, walking 14. He's hit 2 batters, so Booth has been solid throughout this spring. Throws to first base, and diving back to the bag, Brennan Barnes, who got the leadoff walk to start off this fifth. But now Booth will take over the lefty for Braden Wood. A little different look. Obviously, you got the left-hander on the mound, and Booth has thrown strikes throughout this season.
He's been pretty solid this year for sure.
And the pitch. That's a cold strike on the outside corner. It's an 0-1 count.
We were just saying off the air here, if he throws 50 or under pitches, he could come back and throw some on Friday if you need him to come in and relieve Camacho.
Booth, the pitch. So on he popped up. Shallow right field. Could be trouble going after it. It's going to be in there for a blue pit. Fumbling forward, trying to find it. Throws to second base. Does Williams. Going to be not in time. So it bounces in the shallow right near the line, and everybody's going to be safe. So the bloop single for Wood. The second base is Barnes. Couldn't force him out at second, and now 2 runners aboard, nobody out. Caden Cannon will be at the plate. 1 for 2 with a run scored today. 5-2 Knights, but they're in the top of the 5th inning. Minerva has something brewing here for the Lions in this 5th inning.
Knights are playing like they're going to bunt. I don't think they're going to bunt.
Swing and a miss. Actually got a piece of it, but strike one. As you mentioned, not showing bunt there. 0-1 count.
You're down 2, you might be bunting. Down 3, probably not in the 5th inning.
Booth finds what he wants, comes to a set, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 0-2 count.
Boy, those are just outs you have to get.
Yeah.
You know, that was the second baseman's ball all the way. If you want to advance in tournament, you want to do well, you got to get every ounce you can. You had him down, now you're kind of letting him up a little bit.
Here is the pitch. Going to be a bouncer towards second and be booted by Williams. Couldn't scoop it up. Around third base is Barnes coming toward home. Then he'll have to go back to third base. Good job by Sprang to get the ball quickly back in there. And it's going to be bases loaded now all of a sudden.
And how are you scoring that? I'm glad you're the official score of this game.
That's a tough one. I'm kind of looking to see what the team is doing here. See what they say. See if I can get that call here, whether they're going to rule that a single or an error. Okay, I'm getting the ruling right here. They're going to call that an error. So that's what we'll call it. So E4 on the play. Bases are juiced. At the plate going to be Lane Tarbert. The pitch. Going to be a bit high, ball 1. Tarbert, the bunt signal was last at bat. He's popped out the short as well. Bases loaded, nobody out. You kind of feel like Booth's done his job since coming on here, but a couple bad breaks. It's going to be in the dirt. Didn't go very far, though. It's a ball 2, a 2-0 count. The bloop single, then the air, and then all of a sudden you got bases loaded, nobody out.
Yep, you can't ask for anything more from Booth, that's for sure. Funny game, isn't it?
It is. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now.
He was taken all the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's Coach Pym baseball right there.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. And they just a bit low for a ball. Makes it a 3-1 count. 5-2 Knights, but Minerva putting the pressure on in this 5th inning. And the pitch. Going to be down low, ball 4. That'll walk in a run. Walk in RBI with bases loaded for Tarbert. That'll be his, making a 5-3 ball game. As for Tarbert, that'll be RBI, now number 9 of the season. And bases remain loaded as scoring will be Barnes. Wood, the third base. The second base is Candle.
Jason Civi.
At the plate, going to be Jason Civi. 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk today. 5-3 Knights now. And still nobody out.
If you're Minerva, you have to do what West Holmes did, look at pitches.
Yeah.
Which they're doing.
And that's high for a ball.
Now the pressure's on Booth and West Holmes to throw strikes here. So you're looking at pitches here if you're Minerva for sure.
Here's the 1-0. Going to be a grounder toward short in the left field. A base hit. Scoring from third base is Wood. Candle to third base. He'll hold as Tenney gets it back into the infield, but RBI single to left by Civi makes it a 5-4 ball game. And bases still loaded and nobody out.
I thought they were looking. Of course, when you swing, you can get a hit. It's hard to argue with.
Yeah, it works out, I guess. Candle goes to third base after Wood scored. Tarbert to second. Civi's at first. Still nobody out. 5-4 West Holmes. Maverick Burchett at the plate. He's gotten 1 hit and also has walked and got an RBI today.
This inning is certainly not going well if you're the Knights. Not how you had it planned. You're up 5-4 now.
Booth, the Y in the pitch. That'll be a cold strike on the inside part of the plate. 0-1 count to Burchett. Booth rocks and fires the pitch. Check swing. He went too far. That's going to be strike 2. And now an 0-2 count. Infield is up.
If you're Cooper Booth, you have to have the mentality, I'm going to strike out the 8-hitter, I'm going to strike out the 9-hitter, and deal with the 1-hitter. We said that earlier in this game as well.
Here's the Y in the pitch. Want to be a bouncer, high bouncer toward first. Leaping grab by Camacho, throws the home plate. Going to be a high throw, though. Throws it to the backstop, and the run will score. That ball only grabbed off the bounce because Camacho is tall as he is. Otherwise, that would have been in the right field. The run does score, though, on the high throw. And it's tied up at 5 apiece.
Score that E3.
E3 on the throw.
No RBI.
So scoring is Candle from third. Tarbert to third base. Civi to second. Base is still loaded. Still nobody out. 5-5 ball game. Here's Owen Frazier. 0 for 2 with the ground out and a strikeout. The pitch. That's in there for a strike at 0-1 count.
You think about if you're West Holmes, that's 3 balls this inning should have been outs.
Yes.
You know.
And those are premium here in games like this. Here's the 0-1. Just a bit outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. And the dirt, good stop by Jefferson Yoder. It's ball 2, 2-1 count to Frazier. Knights had a 5-2 lead entering this top of the 5th, but now it's tied up.
Do you think about going to Camacho here?
I think you do. Yeah, like you said, you got to win to move on.
Absolutely. He can come in and get you 3 strikeouts.
Right. 2-1. So going to be fouled back. And a 2-2 count now to Frazier.
You don't have to leave him in. I mean,
Right. You could take him.
Get out of the inning and then, come back to Smith or come back to Booth.
Right.
Smith's thrown 88 pitches, so he's got a bunch more he could go.
Booth, now the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got the strikeout there. Much needed. There's now 1 out. His first strikeout, though, now at the top of the order. Julian Dunbar at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored.
Julian Dunbar.
And middle infield will get back to double play depth. Booth, now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Had him waving at that pitch, 0-1 count.
Yeah, that's not a good at bat. Swinging a breaking ball first pitch with the base of load against a pitcher who's struggling finding the strike zone.
Here's the 1 of the 0-1. And that's going to be a high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
If you're Minerva, you're trying to get to Brennan Barnes, who's hitting 3. That's
right.
Probably your best hitter. We talked about what a good swing he has. That's probably the guy you want to see up there if you can get to him.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got the curveball there. Strike 2. 1-2 the count.
Might as well throw him another curveball.
Why not? He's been missed badly in the first 2 opportunities to swing at it. Booth. Here's the wind of the pitch. Here will swing. McGruder that time goes into the left field, a base hit. Right past Smith. Scoring from third base is Tarbert. 6-5 Minerva on the RBI single by Julian Dunbar. So now the lead has been taken by the Lions. Bases remain loaded as Tarbert scores, Civey to third, Burchett to second, and Dunbar at first now. Devin Driggers at the plate. He's 0 for 3.
Devin Driggers.
Booth still out there with 1 out and bases juiced. 6-5 Minerva. The Y and the pitch. There's a bunt high up there, goes foul to the backstop. 0-1 count. Crazy game when you think about low scoring for the first 3 innings. Then Minerva had a 2-0 lead. Westholm scores 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th. They had the lead. You think, okay, now they're in control. And then Minerva comes right back in this inning to take the lead.
Not sure if that was a squeeze or a safety squeeze. That works. It's nice because you move the 2 other runners up, but it can be disastrous too.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 2, 0-2 count.
Yeah, I think if I'm the Minerva coach, I'm just letting it play out.
Booth stares in. Taking his time. Now he's ready to go. The pitch. Going to be a bouncer up the middle, going to be gloved by Gallion. Over to second, bobbles it, picks it up, gets the force out of second, through the first, not in time though. That would have been a double play, but couldn't quite gather himself as he kind of bobbled that ball. Got 1 out, but the run will score, and they'll keep the inning going as Civey scores from third base. 7-5 lead for Minerva.
That scored 6 unassisted, and then a fielder's choice for the batter, RBI. Yeah, that would have been a tailor-made double play for sure. And look who's up.
Burchett goes to third. To first, of course, is Driggers. Dunbar's out at second, but as you mentioned, Brennan Barnes is at the plate.
And they have officially batted around.
He's the guy that started things. He got a walk earlier in the inning and scored. So after Westholm's batted around, now Minerva comes right back, and they follow suit. The pitch. Going to be outside. It's going to be ball 1. 1-0 count to Barnes. The pitch. Way outside, bounces to the backstop, and runner will stay at third base. Nobody's going to advance there. It will be a 2-0 count.
That's why you put pinch runners in the game.
Yeah. So Knights will dodge that bullet.
Yep. One of those JV guys you got going with the varsity for the tournament could have probably scored there pretty easily.
Burchett at third base, of course, the DH.
Yep. Probably not the most fleet of foot.
Right now, Booth and Yoder maybe got crossed up on that last pitch, possibly. They're discussing things over.
This might be the guy you might want to put on base, sitting 2-0. The three-hitter, we say he's the best hitter they got. First base is open. I think I'd send him on his way and get pitch to the next guy. This guy scares me. If he's sitting 2-0, he's looking to hit here. He's not looking to walk. Trying to drive in 2 more runs.
Booth. The wine and the 2-0 now. Time is called.
You can tell this kid's played ball. He's called twice, timeout twice.
The pitch. Going to be a cold strike on the inside corner. 2-1 count. 7-5 Minerva, top of the 5th inning. As they've scored 5 runs in this 5th inning. After West Holmes scored 5 runs in the 4th. The pitch. It's going to be a grounder toward short. Gloved by Gallion. He'll fire the first base. Going to be in time. That'll do it for the inning. But a huge inning for Minerva. They now have a 7-5 lead over West Holmes through 4.5. This is District Semifinal Baseball at WKLM. At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Holmes sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit ClarkFowlerElectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
Same pitcher. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Now a 7-5 lead for Minerva. And to the plate for West Holmes going to be the 3, 4, and 5 batters. Morgan Smith, Manny Camacho, and Jefferson Yoder. West Holmes scored 5 runs on 2 hits in that 4th inning. 4th inning that Braden Woods threw 41 pitches in. He's now up to 94 pitches third in the game. He is back out there now that his team has the lead in this bottom of the 5th inning. And see what the West Holmes can do after scoring 5 runs that last inning. Smith again to lead things off. He's walked twice and has scored 1 time today. Wood toes the rubber. The winding and the pitch. So on be popped up high in the air towards shallow right field. Could be trouble. Looking for it and bobbling it and somehow making the circus catch is second baseman Owen Frazier. It bounced out of his glove and somehow he held back onto it.
Really bad at bat there. First pitch was low. You know, we talked about looking at pitches. This guy's getting tired, getting on base, but that was a ball 1.
Instead, it's 1 away on the pop out. Here's Manny Camacho, who is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Got that single his last at bat. Bottom of the 5th inning, 7-5 Minerva, Division 4, District Semifinal Baseball from West Holmes. Now the pitch. Curveball goes high. It's ball 1. Tonight's player of the game presented by Buckeye Deli in the Patio, where great food meets great times from delicious pizza and bar snacks to milkshakes and other beverages. That's Buckeye Deli in the Patio in Nashville. The pitch. Going to be a called strike on the outside corner.
And if you're the Knights, you got your pinch runner ready to go. Hopefully someone's out there. They know they're going to be the runner. They're getting loose right now. I don't see anybody getting loose, but
the pitch will come in. A grounder toward short. Going to be nice diving backhand grab by Barnes throws to first, going to be in time for the out. Nice scoop by first baseman Caden Candle. What a play by Barnes to shorten the throw and scoop by Candle.
He's really a good player.
Yeah. Certainly is. Now 2 away. With nobody aboard for the Knights, here's Jefferson Yoder. 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored.
Number 5, Jefferson Yoder.
Bottom of the 5th, winner will take on either the 2-seed Carrollton or the 10-seed Cambridge this Friday, 5 o'clock at a neutral site. Wood now the pitch. Want to be fouled back, 0-1 count.
That went off somebody, either the umpire or the catcher.
Wood up to 98 pitches. Obviously, you need base runners. That's why you want to get him to throw some extra pitches, but also the fact that, get him closer to that pitch limit if you can.
Absolutely.
The pitch. Curveball going to be a bit inside, ball 1.
Yeah, Smith hit the first pitch. Manny hit a 1-0 pitch, so that's only 3 pitches, and he got 2 outs.
And the pitch. It's going to be a fly ball. Fairly deep left field, going after it and making the grab. That's going to be Lane Turbert. That's out number 3. 1, 2, 3 it goes for the Knights in the bottom of the 5th through 5. Minerva 7, West Holmes 5. This is district semifinal baseball on WKLM.
Ready to hit the road toward a high-demand career? Buckeye Career Center is proud to participate in the Ohio Commercial Truck Driver Student Aid Program. This state-funded initiative helps cover the cost of your CDL training through grants and loans offered by the state of Ohio. Don't miss this opportunity to start a rewarding career. Call Buckeye Career Center's Adult Education Department at 330-339-2288 today to learn more or to apply for the program. You can also visit buckeyecareercenter.org for more information.
Transform your home with the timeless beauty of cedar without the hassle. An MRV Siding Supply with maintenance-free sham-clad shiplap siding. The perfect blend of style and durability. Whether it's for porch ceilings, siding, or shutters, their sham-clad shiplap siding offers the latest designs that everyone is talking about. No staining, no sealing, just stunning, hassle-free elegance. Get the look of cedar and elevate your home with sham-clad shiplap siding today. That's MRV Siding Supply in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
Top half of the 6th inning, a 7-5 lead for Minerva. Also an update for you on that Cambridge-Carrollton game. Cambridge has the lead over Carrollton 7-5 as well. So right now, Cambridge, the 10 seed, they had the lead over the 2 seed Carrollton 7-5 in that matchup.
Leading off the top of the 6th.
Cooper Booth remains on the mound here in inning number 6 for the Knights for Minerva. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 batters. Brandon Wood, Caden Candle, Lane Turbert at the plate. The pitch. So I'll be popped up, straight back out of play. Foul ball on the swing by Wood. Wood is 2 for 3 at the plate, a pair of singles, and also an RBI and a run scored.
So both the seeded teams are losing 7-5 right now.
Yeah. Postseason baseball, the pitch. Swung on the fly ball down the right field line. Going after, going to be making the catch out there in right field is going to be Campbell. There's now 1 away.
Coming to the plate. Number
10, that's kind of like in the
Campbell.
Eastern Conference of the NBA. You got the Knicks and the Pacers playing now. It was supposed to be the Cavs and Celtics, right? All year, that's all we heard. Are they going to be able to beat the Celtics in the finals? And funny things happen.
Here's the line of the pitch. Swing and a miss in strike 1. 0-1 count.
I'm sure the Celtics didn't plan on Jason Tatum tearing his Achilles either.
No.
They say maybe out the whole year next year.
Yeah, that's a tough injury there. The line of the pitch. Inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wood again the fly out to Nate Springer right. 1-1 count to Caden Candle. Candle has a single today. He scored twice, reached base 3 times. And the pitch by Booth. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 2. Knights would like to get a quick inning here on the top of the 6th.
Yeah.
7-5 Minerva. Lights are on here at West Holmes. Here's the pitch by Booth. Going to be a bit high, ball 2. Keim Home Center, your home building and woodworking destination, along with lumber, building materials, and quality millwork. Visit them on the web at keimhome.com. And the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Second strikeout thrown by Booth. There's now 2 away. Lane Turbot will be at the plate. Turbot 1 for 2 with the bunt single, also a walk and RBI to his credit. He scored a run today. Matt Royal onside Bill Penn. This being video live streamed on the WKLM YouTube page. The pitch. Swing and a miss to the fastball. Strike 1. Courtesy of Claxon Communication and Sheldon Stotts producing today's live stream. Owen Garabrandt working the camera. Go to YouTube, search WKLM Radio to find the live stream for today's contest. The pitch going to be swung on, be a chopper foul down the third base side. We're also on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Phoenix Price back at the studio. As I mentioned before, we're live streaming the Newcomers Down to Highland game and Garaway at Toronto game tonight, and also regional semifinal softball going to be Garaway taking on Ridgewood. That's going to be a high fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3 to strike out Lane Turbot to end the inning. Back-to-back Ks thrown by Booth. 1-2-3 goes for Minerva through 5.5. A 7-5 Minerva lead over West Holmes. This is District Semifinal Baseball, WKLM.
The secret's out. Thread and Ink in Holmesville is open to take care of your custom apparel, embroidery, and screen printing needs. They offer a storefront with apparel for West Holmes, Highland, and surrounding schools. Whether it's school spirit wear, professional business attire, accessories, or unique custom designs, they deliver excellence in every product. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 5. Thread and Ink is located at 8210 County Road 245 in Holmesville. Or call Justine at 330-279-9222. That's Thread and Ink, custom embroidery and screen printing in Holmesville.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Critchfield Law Firm has always been dedicated to providing the highest quality legal services to their clients throughout Holmes County and surrounding areas. Critchfield Law Firm also understands the dedication of our youth. From the classroom to the music room to athletics, Holmes County's best is represented in every academic area. Critchfield Law Firm in Millersburg, wishing all who participate the best in their endeavors. And bottom of the 6th inning, it is a 7-5 Minerva advantage. At the plate going to be Cooper Booth, followed by Chris Williams and Colston Tenney. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a foul straight back, 0-1 count. Cooper Booth, who has blown out twice so far today, but also the sac fly, and that fly out to left in his last at bat. That was his 11th RBI of the season. But he'll lead it off here in inning number 6 with his team down by a pair. The pitch. Curveball going to be down low, and it's going to be ball 1. Braden Wood on the mound. Wood is up to 103 pitches thrown so far today.
Can only go 125.
That is the max. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer down the first base side and bounces foul. 1-2 count. Knights led 5-2 at one point through 4, but now down 7-5.
How can we manufacture 2 runs this inning? It starts by number 3 getting on base right here and then moving some people around. Got to get creative if you're the Knights here.
And the pitch. In down low for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Melway Paving Company, a well-known asphalt paving contractor for Holmes and surrounding counties since 1964. Specialized in asphalt paving, crack sealing, seal coating, chip and seal, and pavement planing. That pitch will be fouled away and stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5 runs and 2 hits all came in 1 inning. That was the 4th for West Holmes. Otherwise, offense has been tough to come by today as they've left 3 runners on base. Wood has struck out 5, but he's walked 6. The pitch. Curveball. That's a good take down low. Ball 3, now a full count all of a sudden.
Got to get on base. You get him on base. We said this earlier. You can use your lower hitters in the order to bunt and move people around.
Called strike 3 on the inside corner, though.
Yep, that was a strike.
That's the 6th strikeout thrown today by Wood. So 1 up and a 1 down for the Knights, down 7-5. Here's Chris Williams.
I'm going to guess Booth was looking for a breaking ball there. Got surprised by that fastball in the inside corner. It's a good pitch.
It was Williams. He's walked twice today, has scored a run. And the pitch. That'll drop on the outside corner for a strike in the fastball, 0-1 count. Wood now the pitch. Going to be just a bit outside for a ball. Evens it up 1 ball and 1 strike. 7-5 Minerva. Bottom of the 6th inning from West Holmes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Williams. Wood toes the rubber. And the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Back-to-back Ks to begin the inning. Strikeout number 7, third of the game by Wood. 2 down, nobody aboard now for Colston Tenney. Tenney, he's grounded out the second and has walked and scored today.
Number 10, Colston Tenney.
Tenney digs in. The wind, the pitch by Wood. Called strike on the outside corner. It's now an 0-1 count.
Definitely working both sides of the plate here this inning. Looks pretty good.
The pitch went on and missed for strike 2. But you think about it, he's looked good through most of the game, but the inning he struggled was when they had some guys on base putting that pressure on. But for most of the game, the Knights have not been able to do that.
It's a lot easier to throw strikes when no one's on base than when the bases are loaded.
Here is the pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-2 the count.
If you're West Holmes, though, you just have to have the mentality. We've been hitting since, December?
Right.
Millions of balls. This kid's, the machines, he's not throwing any harder than machines are.
So I'm going to make a grounder toward third. It'll be scooped up by Driggers. Throws to first base. They're in time on the 5-3 putout. And the Knights go down in order for a second consecutive inning. Through 6, Minerva has a 7-5 lead over West Holmes. This is District Semifinal Baseball on WKLM.
This is Emily Sheely of Berga Insurance. Farm ownership is a huge investment. Protect your investment with the right insurance policy. I proudly represent Buckeye Insurance Group, a company that has been insuring farms since 1879. Together we can make sure you have coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Berga Insurance working together to protect you.
Premier Pharmacy has more ways to serve you. I'm Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm happy to announce that our newest location in Sugar Creek is open and accepting new patients. Our location in downtown Sugar Creek accepts most major insurances and offers the same great service you've come to expect in our Berlin and Millersburg locations, including delivery and vaccination services. Give us a call today at 330-852-5146 and start experiencing the Premier Pharmacy difference. Premier Pharmacy is your local, hometown, independent pharmacy.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko Ohio and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community. Already here, that pitch can be high for a ball. Top of the 7th inning, Minerva looking for whatever insurance runs they can get, up 7-5 in the top of the 7th inning. Booth remains on the mound for West Holmes. Jason Civi followed by Maverick Burchett and Owen Frazier, the 7, 8, 9 batters to the plate for the Lions. That pitch can be swung on. They chop her down the third base side. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike down to Jason Civi, who is 1 for 2 with the RBI single, a walk. He's also scored a run today. Again, the lefty, Cooper Booth on the mound here in the top of the 7th for West Holmes. 7-5 Minerva. Here's the line of the pitch. It's going to be a fly ball toward right field. Going back and looking for it and making the catch. That'll be Nate Sprang, and there's now 1 away. Twisting and turning, he found it. He wanted to make that catch. And after play going to be Maverick Burchett. Remember, if you get into a collision, make your first call to Finish Line Auto Body, where they have experts in collision repair, and they'll even help with up to $500 of your insurance deductible. Give Brooks a call, 674-1483.
You know, I watched Sprang catch that ball. My mind's already thinking he's leading off the the next inning. That's where my mind is.
Sure, in there for a strike.
Yeah, how am I going to get him on base with Brock Gallion on deck? We need 2 runs.
That'd be key with the, as you mentioned, top of the order coming.
Yep.
Here's the 0-1. So on being fouled straight back, goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
You said the pitcher's at 116. You only get to go 125
right
for Minerva. So something's going to happen. Bottom of the 7th. You heard it here first.
Absolutely. The pitch. So it's going to be a bouncer toward second. Williams charges after it. He'll glove it. Throws to first base. They were in time. That's out number 2. So you're seeing don't go away.
Don't go away. This game is far from over.
By the way, it's a night for upsets, I guess, at least in other areas, because the Garaway Pirates upsetting Toronto tonight with a 2-0 win over them. So
are you kidding me?
Toronto goes down to defeat to the Garaway Pirates. So Garaway likely will face Highland in the district championship. Highland up 7-1 over Newcomerstown.
You think anybody will be at that game?
I think so.
Well, good for Garaway.
That's high for a ball. And by the way, Garaway played Highland twice, of course, in the IVC this year and lost by a 1-run both games. Owen Frazier's at the plate. Here's the pitch. Going to be a cold strike on the inside corner. But as you mentioned, get this out right here, Bill, and you have a chance here to knock the starting pitcher off the mound this next inning and get that top of the order to make things happen for West Holmes. So certainly an opportunity. This game's certainly not over yet. That pitch is going to be outside for a ball, 2-1 count. We've already seen some crazy things happen in this game alone.
Yeah.
Mitchell Highland has the lead in their contest. Garaway softball, they had a 5-1 lead over Ridgewood last time we looked at their regional semifinal softball game. There's the one in the 2-1 pitch. Going to be a cold strike on the outside corner. I believe you said that Tri-Way has the lead in their tournament baseball game tonight.
Yeah, 8-1 last count. Going to be some people advancing in the area.
The pitch. It's going to be a bouncer back to the mound. Bobbled, picked up, thrown to first base by Booth, in time for the out. 1-2-3 it goes here in the top of the 7th for Minerva, and through 6.5, Minerva has a 7-5 lead over West Holmes. This is district semifinal baseball on WKLM.
Taking on a large exterior home project is no small task. When you're looking for the best options in roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Provia products are the clear choice. At Provia, quality is engineered into the product, integrity is never compromised, and local craftsmanship delivers a stunning final result that will last for generations. Our experts at Keim Home Center are here to help you explore the possibilities. Visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Spring into summer with Millersburg Electric's Holiday Mega Sale going on now through June 4th. Savings throughout the store, including the top-rated line of Speed Queen laundry products. Plus, get kitchen package savings of over $2,000 from GE Cafe, or rebates up to $3,000 from KitchenAid. Building or remodeling? Package discounts are available, and Millersburg Electric will keep your appliance package in stock until you are ready for delivery. Get 12 months interest-free financing with approved credit during the Spring into Summer event at Millersburg Electric on State Route 83 or 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com, celebrating 80 years of business.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Here we are into the bottom of the 7th inning. Do or die time for the Knights. They trail at 7-5. West Holmes needing 2 runs to tie it, 3 runs to win it. See what happens here. Again, Braden Wood is on the mound, 116 pitches thrown, so that 125 is the pitch limit. So he's nearing that. It'll be 9-1-2 for the plate for West Holmes. Nate Spring to lead things off, followed by the top of the order.
As we were talking off air, you know, you got 9 pitches. You don't have to use them all 9 against the first batter here, the 9-hole hitter. You can use those 9 pitches. How can I use those the best to get out of this game? I'm going to tell you right now, my prediction, the Knights are going to score a run this inning. I'm not saying they're going to win, but I think they're going to score a run.
Here's the pitch. High for a ball. That's what you like to see for West Holmes to start things off.
It all starts with this kid getting on base. It really does. You can win the game if he gets on base. You got hitters behind you.
Nate Spring. He walked 1 time today. The pitch. That's going to be inside. Make it ball 2, a 2-0 count. In no way you want to swing here.
As Chris Berman says, that's why you play the game.
Yes.
No way you want to swing here. And you're not going to bunt Gallion. You're not going to bunt him down. You're going to let Gallion get a hit. Going to be runners on 3rd and 2nd.
Inside, make it ball 3, a 3-0 count now to Nate Spring.
Well, he's at 119. We thought a few innings ago he was pretty well cooked, but he's hung in there. Got out of that inning pretty easily last inning.
And that'll drop in there. 3-1 count to Nate Spring.
And I've got him taken again right here.
Right.
3-1, you're still taken.
7-5 Minerva, bottom of the 7th inning. The pitch. That's high, ball 4. The leadoff back walk does happen for the Knights, just with the doctor order for West Holmes.
Here we go.
7th walk thrown today by Wood, and he's at 120 pitches thrown now, down to the top of the order. Should say 121 rather. And Brock Gallion will be at the plate. So basically, you're going to get Gallion here probably, and then a pitching change, depending on how this at bat goes. Spring, good speed at first base. The pitch. Swung going to be fouled back. Big cut just behind it.
Boy, he wanted that pitch.
Yes. Just a hair sooner, and he drills that one.
He's hit into some tough luck this year. He's had some hard outs.
Yep.
This would be a good time for this kid to hit one in the gap and hit about a double and drive the runner on 1st to 3rd. We'll see what happens.
Throw to first base, Spring gets back there. The Killbuck Savings Bank proudly supporting the local youth, and they hope that you all knock it out of the park, celebrating 125 years of serving the community. That's the Killbuck Savings Bank. And the pitch. It's going to be our bouncer towards second base. Booted, though, by second baseman Owen Frazier. Can't make a throw, and everybody's going to be safe.
Here we go.
Well, it looked like it could be a double play, instead an error, and runners at 1st and 2nd. Nobody out. The Knights have something going here. Logan Zollers will be at the plate.
What do I tell you? Every time a team makes a deep run tournament, they always look back at one game or one instance and say, well, you know, we probably should have lost there, but we won.
And here it is. Pressure's on Wood. At 123 pitches, they're going to make the change. We'll take a pitching change timeout. Don't go away. West Holmes down 7-5. 2 runners aboard for the Knights. Nobody out. Back after this on WKLM.
At Millersburg Tire Service, we've been serving and supporting the farming community since 1953. We have over 200 years of combined ag experience to get you the right tires at the right price. Our inventory includes over 1,500 large farm tires and most tires for your implement and commercial needs. With rising prices and market uncertainty, you have the opportunity to take advantage of some of the best deals of the year right now. You can get up to $300 off select Firestone radials until May 31st. Come see us on State Route 39 east of Millersburg or give us a call at 674-1085.
Viker Sand and Gravel Incorporated has been serving the central Ohio areas of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They're a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Looking to upgrade the exterior of your home? Siding is indeed the best bang for your dollar. Hi, I'm Nevin Mast with Home Siding Contractors. We have the best siding on the market today, and the low maintenance aspect of our siding is what our customers enjoy the most. Provia Siding fits that bill exactly. No frequent painting or staining with wood siding. No routine sealing like stucco. Provia Siding lasts. Check out all we have to offer at our new and improved showroom east of Millersburg, and let our experienced sales team show you how affordable our products can be.
Bottom half of the seventh, pitching change made. It'll be Lane Tarbert, the sophomore righty, getting the warm-ups on. He'll replace Raiden Wood. As for the sophomore, Lane Tarbert, the record of 2-1 on the mound, 15 and a third innings pitched on the season. And this being the seventh appearance on the mound, he's allowed 12 runs, 9 earned, 9 hits allowed, walking 11, striking out 20, a 4.11 ERA. But the Knights an opportunity right here, 2 runners aboard, nobody out for Logan Zollers, who's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts so far today.
You said 15 innings and 11 walks, so he's had some control problems this year too.
Right.
Minerva could have left the pitcher in. He was at 123. If you start...
You could have placed one more batter.
Yeah. 125 is your limit, but if you are in the middle of a count, you can go over 125. So he really could have pitched to that batter. And you can bring him back in.
Right.
If you're, I don't know if they're thinking that or not, but you can bring him back in for one batter.
First pitch outside for a ball. Here's the 1-0. That's high. Make it ball 2, a 2-0 count now to Logan Zollers. A walk to lead off the inning, followed by an error, and now a 2-0 count to Zollers.
I want to look at a pitch here. Make him throw you a strike.
The pitch. Going to be high, ball 3, now a 3-0 count.
This is getting interesting now.
Yes, it is.
You're driving by on Route 39, you might want to pull in here. Probably getting free now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would think you would.
I wouldn't think they'd charge you now.
What a deal. Zollers think that he can get on board here. The pitch. That's going to be high. Ball 4 walks him on 4 pitches, and bases are loaded. Nobody out. Morgan Smith will be coming to the plate. Back-to-back walks in the inning.
Wow.
At the plate for West Holmes, number 12, Morgan Smith.
So Sprang the third. The second is Gallion. Zollers at first. Morgan Smith at the plate. He's walked twice today. He's popped out the second one time, and he scored a run.
You are not swinging here.
Right. Tarbert, now the pitch. That's in the dirt. Bounces the backstop and thought about it, but went back to third base, did Sprang. And that's always a tough call, as we talked about before, because that the backstop doesn't go as far now. So in the past, he probably would have scored there, but in this case, probably best to stay at third base.
Wise not to go there. You can ruin an inning in a hurry with no outs and the base load. Just stay where you are. 2 outs, down a run, yeah, we're gonna risk it.
Here's the 1-0. That's in the dirt. That time he stops it, 2-0 count.
We talked before, when you're not even close to the strike zone, so you're just up there looking. Here comes the pitching coach back out. You know what I'm doing, don't you? I'm bringing that kid back in for that one more batter.
Sure. Yeah.
I think they're switching pitchers here.
They are making a pitching change, so it looks like they might be doing that. As we'll see here. We'll take another break, come back to you after this on WKLM. MEB Systems, the area's flat roof specialist. MEB Systems also offers retrofit solutions for low-slope metal roofs. MEB Systems counts it as a privilege to serve our community and beyond with the highest level of customer service and top-notch workmanship. Let them not only learn your business, but also your trust. When it comes to your roof, trust your local experts who believe if it's a job worth doing, it's worth doing right. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333, or visit them online at mbsystems.com. MBB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
Whether you're exploring faith for the first time or looking for a place to call home, Northside Church invites you to be a part of their growing community. Join them for services Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m., where you'll find inspiring messages and a welcoming atmosphere for all ages. And for 6th to 12th graders, Northside Student Ministry meets Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. Visit them at 1207 Worcester Road, just north of Joel Pomerane Hospital in Millersburg. They can't wait to meet you at Northside Church.
At Mack Oilfield Service, they offer specialized trucking, water hauling, dirt work, and general oil field service in New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. They have the equipment and manpower to tackle any task handed to them. The future lies in the hands of our youth, and Mack Oilfield Service is proud to support them. Call Mack Oilfield Service for all your oil field needs at 330-674-7371. That's 330-674-7371.
Meanwhile, have bases loaded, nobody out. They're down 7-5 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Morgan Smith will be at the plate. Smith already a 2-0 count to him when they went ahead and made that change. So for the Knights, obviously, you couldn't have asked for a better setup to the situation where the Knights trying to make something happen here, come back and tie this game up or win the game, and you got bases loaded, nobody out right here with the upper half of your lineup at the plate.
Every pitch he threw in warm-ups was a strike right down the middle.
Well, we'll see what he does here when the action gets going. Here we go.
But he's sitting 2-0. I'd make him throw me a strike
sure.
here.
And the pitch. So I'm popped up. Straight back out of play, so didn't listen to us.
No, they don't listen to me.
Think they foul ball. It's a 2-1 count.
Sure looked like that kid balked. Ken just sat, and then he moved his front foot. We'll see if he does it again.
Smith settles into the batter's box.
Comes a stop. Move the foot. That's a ball.
Yeah.
That's
they caught it that time.
Thank you.
You caught it the first time. That time you caught it. Wow.
That's why we're up here.
How about that? Finally, somebody listened to you.
Finally.
And the West Knolls will score a run. They're down 7-6. Bases still loaded. I shouldn't say loaded here because obviously still at the plate is going to be Smith, but the runner will score. Runners will go to second and third, and scoring is going to be Sprang. And West Knolls down by just a run at 7-6.
And I'm planting the seed as an umpire. Call it again if he does it again.
Right.
Yeah, he did it on the first pitch.
Does he know what he did? Smith stands in. Again, runners at second or third. Gallion the third base. Zollers at second.
If you're Minerva, you want to put this kid on, load the bases, what you want to do.
Tries to bunt it. Can't connect, though. That'll be strike two. 2-2 count. It was right there to lay down, but couldn't do it.
The go-ahead runs on second base, you're better off loading them up here and bringing your outfield in.
And the pitch. So one be fouled off the end of the bat. And count stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Knights down by a run now. After the balk that scored a run, they're down 7-6 in the bottom of the 7th. And Camacho's on deck.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I did say they were going to score, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
For the inning? Okay.
You've already got that nailed.
We'll play that back.
Are they going to score another run?
I would say that there's a pretty good chance.
I think so, too. The pitch. Going to be inside. Whew! Was that close?
That's a ball.
That's what he called, full count.
It was a ball.
Gandil, the pitch. Inside, that's definitely a ball there, ball 4. So Camacho at the plate and nowhere to put him.
That's what they should have done to start with his walk-in.
Yeah.
Now, you're still up one, okay.
Number 20.
Manny Camacho, still nobody out. Manny Camacho is at the plate. 1 for 3 with a run scored today, and also ground out the short. Knights, an opportunity right here to win this ball game. Down 7-6 in the 7th.
And you all get to watch it live.
That's right.
Claxon Communications.
The pitch. Swung on be a high fly ball. Deep left center going after a curve. Going to be over his head. And that should do it. Straight from third base is Gallion. Zala's around third. Coming toward home. Third home plate. Not in time. And West Holmes is going to win it. Manny Camacho. A game-winning walk-off 2 RBI double. And the Knights get the victory 8-7. What a wild game tonight, Bill. Wow. I'm exhausted.
I am too. What's for dinner?
Unbelievable. Woo! One of those things where West Holmes had taken a 5-2 lead for 5 runs in the 4th. And then came right back, gave up 5 runs. So the 5th, you thought, wow, not going to be their night tonight. But the Knights kind of kept battling, kept fighting. Eventually, we talked about how their pitcher, Brandon Wood, was getting near his pitch minute. And they thought a chance to make something happen here in the 7th inning. The West Holmes certainly did that. Got the 3 pitchers. They get the win here in the 7th inning. And tonight's Player of the Game being brought to you by Kaufman Realty and Auctions, your complete real estate and auction service. Visit your website. Visit their website at kaufmanrealty.com or call 1-888-852-4111. The play of the game has to be here in the 7th inning. I think it would be maybe that hit by Manny Camacho. What do you think?
I don't even, it sounds good to me. The guy on first scored, too. He didn't need to. He slid in at first.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is one of those, these have been game-defying moments here. We're on the tournament trail, and sometimes you have to battle to find a way to get a win, and who knows what this does for you. Last time, we'll look at the update on that. Last time we knew Cambridge had a lead over Carrollton, but who knows what a win like this does for you in tournament play.
Yeah, we talked about that year-end highlight video. Well, that's going to be on right there,
Definitely.
That double when all those red guys are running around the bases and scoring, and wow, what an end. Good for Manny Camacho.
Again, tonight's Player of the Game presented by Buckeye Deli and the Patio. We'll get to that here in the postgame show as West Holmes the walk-off 8-7 victory over Minerva, and West Holmes going to Friday's district championship. Back with the postgame show next on WKLM.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Get these sizzling Memorial Day deals all this week at Roadie's IGA. Hi, this is Scott Roadie. We have ballpark meat franks, $1.98. Johnsonville bratwurst for $4.98. Oscar Mayer meat franks, $3.98. Sugardale hot dogs, $1.48. 2-pound snow floss kraut, $2.48. Custard stand hot dog chili, $4.98. Hamburger hot dog buns, 2 for $5. Bush's baked beans, 2 for $5. Kraft shredded cheese, 2 for $5. Plus download your digital coupon for crazy low price on select items Thursday through Sunday at Roadie's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg.
Time is ticking and your dream home is waiting. This is Ben Hirschberger at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that buying a home can be overwhelming, but with CSB, it's easier than ever. We offer a range of options. Whether you're looking to buy, build, refinance, or improve your home, our mortgage lenders will guide you every step of the way. Visit our website at csb1.com to apply online today and turn your dream into a reality. The Commercial and Savings Bank, where homeownership begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
Attention Knights Nation, this is Noah Clark with Clark Fowler Electric. As a proud sponsor of West Holmes sports from T-ball all the way through high school, Clark Fowler Electric Motors and Supplies is on top of the game. With almost 3 decades as the area's leading provider in parts, repairs, and service, Clark Fowler is a team that you can count on. If you've had a breakdown, we'll get you back up and running and get you back into the game. Visit clarkfowlerelectric.com for more details and information and all your electric motor needs. Go Knights!
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit waynedoor.com for a free quote today.
Had 3 walks.
Tonight's postgame show brought to you by Pomeranian Hospital, and what a game tonight. West Holmes wins it in walk-off fashion, 8-7 over Minerva, and West Holmes moving on to the district championship game on Friday. They'll take on Cambridge. Cambridge upset Carrollton 7-5 in their game. So Carrollton, the 10 seed, up into the 2 seed Carrollton. Cambridge, the 10 seed, up into the 2 seed Carrollton. So West Holmes will face the Cambridge Friday, 5 o'clock at a neutral site. As far as the game is concerned, Minerva, they would score a run in the top of the first inning. An RBI single by Braden Wood knocked in Julian Dunbar, and Minerva had a 1-0 lead through 1. It stayed that way until the top of the fourth inning. Minerva would score another run, and they would take a 2-0 lead at that point with the walk with the bases loaded to Maverick Burchett. That would allow Candle to score. And it was 2-0 Minerva. But then West Holmes, a huge 5 spot in the bottom of the fourth inning. 5 runs on 2 hits in the inning. West Holmes also would take advantage of 1, 2, 3, 4 walks in that innings along with an error. And the Knights would take a 5-2 lead through the fourth inning. So West Holmes in command, right? Well, that changed very quickly as Minerva, they came back. They would score 5 runs themselves in the top of the fifth inning on 3 hits, 2 West Holmes errors in that inning as well. And Minerva, after that, they would regain the lead at 7-5 over West Holmes. It would stay that way all the way into the bottom of the 7th inning. And for West Holmes, the leadoff guy would walk, and Nate Sprang, he would get on board. And then Brock Gallion got on by an error. Runners were at first and second, and nobody out. That's when they decided to make a change as starting pitcher Braden Wood was 123 pitches, 2 pitches away from his max limit. So they took him off the mound and put in their bullpen. And then a walk to Logan Zollers, followed by another walk to Morgan Smith. And before that walk to Smith, a balk allowed to run the score. And West Holmes was down 7-6. Then the walk to Smith, and then it was Manny Camacho who came to the plate. And Camacho comes through with the 2 RBI double for West Holmes. The walk-off hit would knock in both Brock Gallion as well as Logan Zollers. And West Holmes wins at 8-7 here in the district semifinals over Minerva here at West Holmes. Back around with the final numbers after this from Pomeranian Hospital. At Pomeranian Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomeranian brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomeranian provider nearby. Visit PomeranianHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomeranian Hospital, caring for our community's health. It is a final as West Holmes wins it in a walk-off fashion, 8-7 over Minerva to move on to Friday's district championship game. West Holmes had 8 runs on 3 hits for the game. 3 errors, 5 left on base. The biggest hit, of course, coming off the bat of Manny Camacho. He had 2 hits tonight, including the walk-off 2 RBI double on the 7th. And Camacho went 2 for 4 at the plate with those 2 hits, and also he would score a run. Also, offensively for West Holmes, it was Jefferson Yoder who went 1 for 3 with a run batted in. He would also score a run for the contest for the Knights, and that would be it for the 3 hits today for the West Holmes offense. On the other end, for Minerva, they had 7 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors, and 8 left on base. As far as Minerva, he out-hit West Holmes despite the loss. Leadoff man Julian Dunbar, 2 for 4 at the plate. He had an RBI. He also would score a run for the contest. Also, Braden Wood, their cleanup guy. He would go 2 for 4. He would have an RBI and would score a run for the contest as well to lead away for the offense today for the Lions. On the mound for West Holmes, Morgan Smith with the first 4 innings. He allowed 3 runs, all 3 earned, 5 hits allowed. He struck out 5 and walked 4. Getting the window in relief was Cooper Booth. The lefty went 3 innings of relief, allowed 4 runs, but none were earned. And just 2 hits allowed. He struck out 3, and he walked 1. As Booth with the win, he'll prove his record on the mound to 3-1 on the season. On the other end for Minerva, it was Braden Wood, who went 6 innings. He allowed 7 runs and 4 earned that were charged to him. And also 2 hits allowed. He struck out 8 and walked 7. Lane Tarbert will get the loss of relief as he did not record it out. He allowed 1 run that was earned. No hits allowed, no strikeouts. He walked 2. And then Caden Candle, the final pitcher to come in relief, he recorded no outs and allowed no recorded runs to charge to him. Also 1 hit allowed, no strikeouts or walks in that relief appearance. Again, West Holmes, the walk-off win, 8-7 over Minerva. And moving on to Friday's district championship game, back with the player of the game and to wrap it up after this from Pomerene Hospital. At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help manage any chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health. It is the final. West Holmes, a dramatic walk-off win, 8-7 over Minerva tonight. And West Holmes moving on to take on the 10-seed Cambridge Friday, 5 o'clock at a neutral site in the district championship game. And Bill Pym alongside. Bill, what a ball game.
What a ball game. Boy, I tell you what, we talk about tournament trails. We said it all game long. Sometimes you do well in tournament and you look back, you say, gosh, we're lucky to win that one, or maybe luck or whatever. Things went our way. That was a nightmare inning for Minerva. You know, you're up 2 runs, and then you have a walk, and then the error, 2 more walks, and, you know, just everything that could have gone wrong went wrong.
And West Holmes took advantage of it in our Buckeye Deli player of the game, Manny Camacho. We were kind of discussing it over. It's like, well, he's the guy. I mean, he stepped up again, this time at the plate. He's done it on the mound throughout this year, but also offensively. And West Holmes just 3 hits tonight. He had 2 of them, including the game winner with that 2 RBI double. And you know, he came to the plate there. You knew there's a chance he could kind of win the game for him, and he did.
He jumped all over that first pitch. He really drove. We've seen him hit the ball that far this year. He just had a home run in the last tournament game as well. So, yeah, kudos to him. He's got a lot of pizza this year.
He's a big guy. He can put it away, that's for sure. So, again, Manny Camacho will be our Buckeye Deli player of the contest. And for the nights you win, you advance, you move on, and now you get a chance to play for a district title on Friday.
Well, when Coach Miller went where he went on the tournament bracket by jumping on the Indian Valley early, this is the way he had it played out, you know, and then not to have to throw Manny tonight. And now you're sitting in the district finals against a 10 seed with one of the best pitchers in the state. You have to feel pretty good if you're the Knights. I think the last time we got to regionals may have been in 2013 when they went to state in that year. So yeah, it's all there for them if they want it.
It's all there, that's for sure. Well, again, West Holmes does get the job done tonight, the 8-7 walk-off winner, and they'll go to 14-10. Again, they'll take on the 10-seed Cambridge Friday in the district championship at a neutral site, 5 o'clock. Well, of course, we'll have that game for you on WKLM, and we'll be live streaming that on YouTube on Friday. Minerva will end their tournament run with a record of 9-16 on the season. That'll wrap things up for us. We do want to thank our video live stream partners from Claxon Communications, and that being Sheldon Stotts, who produced tonight's live stream coverage. Owen Garabrandt worked the camera. And, of course, if you want to go catch that live stream, you can go to YouTube, search WKLM Radio to find that on YouTube as well. And also, Carrollton 8-7 on Game Changer stats. Okay. So apparently Carrollton must have came back to win. The last time I saw that the Cambridge had won. So we're seeing get an update now that Carrollton came back and won 8-7. So we'll check that to make sure, but that may be against Carrollton instead on Friday. So maybe they got a crazy win, just like West Holmes here got tonight. So either way, West Holmes will be playing on Friday, and then against Minerva with that loss. We do want to thank also Phoenix Price back at the studio as well. For Bill Pim, I'm Matt Croy. The post-game show brought to you by Pomerene Hospital. Again, the final in Division 4 District Semifinal baseball from West Holmes. West Holmes, the walk-off 8-7 win over Minerva, and they're moving on to Friday's District Championship game. So long, everybody.
Thank you for watching high school baseball from your hometown radio station, FM 95.3 WKLM.
Tonight's broadcast has been a production of WKLM Radio and Claxon Communications.